drink alcohol, but we like the pina coladas.
Welcome to Seven-Sided Dice, Fear the Dark. And nobody here is drinking pina coladas, rest assured. Fear the Dark Dungeons and Dragons campaign using the Shadowdark role-playing game system. We're a group of gamers who get together in real life to play Dungeons and Dragons. Some of us are military, others are CAD designers, coders, and in IT. Still others are business owners and tradesmen, or parents, students, etc. So we do this strictly for fun. We hope you enjoy it. Nonetheless, we'd like to thank you, our Twitch, Facebook, X, Kick followers, and our YouTube subscribers. Thank you for joining us. If you have not already, please follow on X, Twitch, and Kick. Please like on YouTube and Facebook, and please subscribe on YouTube. During the stream, if you follow on Twitch or if you subscribe on YouTube, your username will pop up on the screen. To all of our followers and subscribers, thank you. Let's jump right in. Welcome back to the party with currently no name. I wish you good times, great rolls, and happy adventuring. The question, of course, is what happened last session? I know, welcome Greg, welcome Noob, and welcome back Brian. Ryan is not here tonight, he is sick. Welcome Kevin, Joe, James. What, at least the three of you guys, what happened last session? Or anybody else who saw it?
Well, being the... I
heard you missed the
the
healer.
wussies that we are, we ran.
No, we saved a couple of villagers.
We ran, no.
Killed some goblins.
Yeah, we got the girl and her aunt out.
Heroically rescued.
That sounds like a success.
Yes, we got
No healing at that.
Right.
we got very lucky because I think all of us are in pretty bad shape at that point. And we escaped, returned them back, and met the father tried to give us whatever he had, but he was so poor we decided not to take it. Plus, I think we did quite well down there. And then we went like some shopping, and now we are rested and deciding what to do next, whether to go back down or not. And some goody two shoes here want to go and make sure that these guys don't come back again and enslave the villagers.
You're referring to me as the goody two shoe?
All of you. I'm like,
I want to go down there for personal reasons.
there's no money.
There's a little piece that was left out is the fact that we found some gems that link back to my family's.
Well, we found out your family's a whole bunch
and
of
they
crooks.
might be a bunch of
fake
crooks.
Right, because they're not. Their jams were fakey.
Well, according to one source, they were fake.
Fugazi gems.
Fugazi, right?
I have it on a good source that there was also reference to some mage that is doing some sort of mind control.
That is
or
on the
stuff
word
to
of... Yeah, well, we actually heard a couple of the goblins mentioning... I think we heard a couple of the goblins, or at least one or two of them, mentioning a mage or leader. And the girl, certainly the younger child and the older aunt mentioned a wizard or a magic user deep away in the tunnels. I believe the ladies said that there was a plan to have them transported to another location someplace further away. Not sure how that factors into their plans now that these girls are gone. Unfortunately, we did not get to question any goblins because whichever ones we came into contact with either fled or lost their heads.
But also, we don't have anybody to speak
to them.
We don't have anybody to speak to them.
And we were able to confirm that the collars that the goblins wear are indeed magically empowered collars that keep them enslaved or mind controlled or some such.
Yeah, and you were. I think the Smith is trying to take one of the collars and make it into a weapon, or something.
Is that true? I'm not sure.
Yeah, he took one of the collars. He's going to try to see what he can do with it.
Okay.
He might make a spoon out of it or a fork. That's all he knows how to make. But he's going to try to see if he can make some crude weapon with it and see what happens. He's going to try to heat up, but no guarantee. But you said you had another one.
I think it was a very difficult metal. It was very difficult for him to...
And you said you had another one, and we said
Yeah, I have one more, yeah.
we can get plenty more if we need.
Yeah,
to.
there's lots.
There's lots of dead bodies down there.
Okay, you covered 99.9% of it. Just to recap a few items here. This all started when you guys came upon a funeral, and a gentleman, Etienne Dubois, approached the party, and his wife, Colette, had recently passed away. Edian appealed to you. He said that his 11-year-old daughter, Lucienne, had gone missing, that she had gone into the woods and disappeared. It was unlike her to be gone for so long. Also, Claire Dubois, his cousin, had also gone into the woods to try and locate Lucienne, but neither one of them had come back. Edian had another child to take care of, so he appealed to you guys to, being a slightly more stout lot, please help me find Lucienne. You eventually found and entered a dungeon. You defeated a bunch of goblins. You defeated a goblin boss, if you will, a war boss. You eventually rescued Lucienne and Claire, brought them both back to town. Everybody was quite ecstatic that you brought them back to town. They offered to pay you. You turned it down, graciously turned it down, but you did find some treasure, including the 2 gems that were similar to a type that Cyraxes' family traded in. And then you returned to the town. You did have one of the collars where you said he would try to make it into something, but he was probably more of a blacksmith who was more akin to making like pots and pans and utensils, but he said he would see what he could do. When we, via the Discord, I asked, hey, let's come up with a little bit of role play here to get everyone familiar with each other's characters, but also to get me a little bit more familiar with your characters, and perhaps everyone watching more familiar as well. And that was, what is your character's name? What does he look like? How was he dressed? What is your character's general demeanor? And how is he perceived by others at a first glance? And lastly, what is your character's favorite drink, if there is one? Greg, I'm going to throw you under the bus. We'll start with you as the new guy here. Maybe you'll just...
All right, so my character's name is Farron. He's a
You want like this?
elf fighter, more specifically. His background is as a ranger. His demeanor is kind of down a bit, a little shy, but mainly just because he doesn't spend way too much time around people. So he's a little more awkward in their social interactions. He's got decently kept leather armor, about medium length, brown hair, brown eyes.
Not chipping for the pit.
He loves a good dwarven mead.
Good dwarf. Okay. Very, very cool. Well, thank you very, very much. Brian, what can you tell us about YOLO?
All right. YOLO. So YOLO, he is a half-orc. He's of a pretty large stature, but he doesn't see it that way. He sees himself as a small orc. Just because his family, his brothers, he had come from a big family. All of his brothers were just so much bigger than him. So he has this complex where he thinks that he's the smallest orc ever. But to everyone else, he has a pretty large stature. He also thinks that he stands out no matter where he goes. He feels like all eyes are constantly looking at him. But in reality, he hides himself pretty well. He almost in a paranoia sort of way, he always covers up with his cloak. He's always got his face covered, his hands covered. He's always kind of covering up. So he kind of has like a shroud of sort of darkness around him. He is a priest. He's not the smartest, right? But he is wise, and he's sort of like Joey from Friends, where he doesn't come across as being very smart, but he says some things every now and then where you're just kind of like, huh, that kind of makes sense, you know, like.
YOLO not smart.
Yeah, YOLO not smart.
But Pekka.
Yeah, he's stupid. Right? He doesn't come across as being the smartest, and he's not necessarily the smartest, but he's wise. He's kind of like, So, he doesn't like conflict. His whole upbringing was surrounded by conflict, but he's got a bad temper, and he feels that his temper is driven by the gods, but then he also feels as though his softer side, like the side that he wants to help people with, is brought to him by another god. So he's kind of in conflict between the two, right? So I can never pronounce the one name of the orcish god. Yes, yeah. So that's his sort of like his family god, like the god that as you're growing up the family, my whole family, that this is what they follow, and he feels like that's where his anger and his rage comes from. But then he also feels as though Kronos kind of calls out to him, and that's where his more peaceful, that's kind of where his wisdom comes from, where he stops and reflects, he takes time to think about things. That's sort of where Kronos kind of comes in.
Favorite drink? If he has one.
Favorite drink? I mean, he's I never really thought into it, but I feel like, you know, he would have grown up with a good orcish ale or something along those lines, you know? Yeah.
Okay. Kevin and Cyrax,
I'll give it to you.
Cyaxares.
Yes.
Got it.
His name
Cyaxares
is
wears sandals. That's what I want to know.
Cyaxares does not wear sandals.
Oh, okay. I just think of him as wearing sandals, like some.
His name is Cyaxares Annandale III. He is a human, fairly large, 6.5 foot tall, equally strong as he is agile. He's a good physical specimen. He comes from a family of nobility. They dealt in the business of cutting and selling and mining gems. Now, he had a falling out with them at this one point, and he has been exiled from the family. The story behind it is still developing. He is entirely positive as to what the entire details of the falling out, as far as why the falling out happened the way it did. He was accused of doing something he did not do, that you know. He walks around a little bit with an attitude of, I am better than you, largely because of his noble background and feeling he is above and beyond most others. But he's learning now that he has been cut off from his family and from the money, etc., that he might need to settle that down a little bit, but it's still definitely an adjustment to be making. He basically will drink anything he believes is of the most rare and exotic.
Oh,
Whether he actually likes it or not doesn't matter. He'll tell you it's the best.
okay. Very cool. Ulick?
Ulick. Okay, Ulick is a half-orc pit fighter. And Ulick is large, even for half-orc standards. He's probably close to 7 foot tall. Big, bulky dude. He's got a shaved head with a long braid that's knotted in the back of his head and it's braided down towards his back. Ulick was cast out of his tribe for reasons he won't talk about, and while he was wandering alone, he was picked up by elven slavers, and he was trained as a pit fighter. He has a deep bigotry of elves in general. He's very stoic. He's not a dumb brute, but he's not one to ponder life's mysteries either. He's most clear in life when he's got his axe in hand and is swinging away with it. He does not like slavers, but he also has no pity for slaves because he feels that if you are a downtrodden or unfortunate, he feels you should take matters into your own hands to better your life, and he feels that most slaves don't do that, so he feels no pity for slaves, but at the same time he dislikes slave masters and slave traders altogether as well. So that's Ulick. He's not one to laugh and smile a lot, but he's not, you know, a dour guy that's not going to ever crack a smile, so he's pretty middle of the road in that regard.
Does he have a preferred drink, or is it a strictly water man?
He'll drink whatever's around. He's not a huge drinker, but he will drink when, time permits. He's not a snob. He will drink whatever's available.
Very cool. James? Woodpecker?
Yes, woodpecker.
Or was
something.
I originally thought you said Woody Pecker was
No,
his
woodpecker.
name.
So some people call him Woody, some people call him Pecker. So he is a halfling. Looks similar to the way I was picturing was like Bilbo. Bilbo Baggins. He comes from a long line of thieves, crooks. He's the fifth child of 11. His family is very, very wealthy.
God bless his mother.
Yes, his family's very well. They needed that because that's the way they progressed the lineage, and their business is all family kept. Meaning that they were very wealthy because they just were very successful thieves, smugglers, forgers, whatever could be done was done. And he was taught in all the fine arts of murder, killing, thievery, whatever it is in that respect. But the way his family worked is that the head of the family becomes appointed by the father on his passing, and his brothers were all stronger, bigger, faster, better thieves, better killers. So he knew he could never be the head of the family, so he decided to wander off and see if he can make his own wealth and his own family be the head of a family, knowing that he can always go back, visit his family, and they'll accept him. But he wanted to go on his own, and he went out and he started basically thieving. And in one town, he was approached by a group that saw what he was doing, and they told him that he can either, they liked his skills, they can join his group, or he would die right on the spot. And they thought it was not a brainer, so he joined the group. But then he realized why the group was so successful, so powerful. They were head by some magic user or something, where they practiced witchcraft, and they practiced, it was basically a cult, where they sacrificed people to make them better thieves and better whatever it was, better killers. And he realized that sacrificing little children is not for him, and he hightailed out of it quickly. And then he settled on a area where he found some knuckleheads who knew how to fight, and we figured it'd be a good racket where we can stage fights, whether fixed fights, whatever it was. And that was going well for a while until that got shut down. So he's completely his whole life is all about gold and nothing else, relevant than anything else, and because he needs to make gold to one day hopefully to show that he can be the leader of the family. And his drink is whatever's free.
Yeah.
Whatever's free.
Whatever's
Very,
free.
very, very
If it's
cool.
free, it's for me.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay. Cool guys. Let me just. You guys are inside
Save that.
inside.
Did we go back? Or are we still outside? No, we didn't go back.
We're still in town.
You're in town.
Yeah,
You
because
guys
I
are-
was looking at. I'm sorry.
You
Yeah,
are
'cause I gotta get my
inside.
necklace.
Yeah, no, you're not. You're still inside town. Don't worry. Don't panic. Don't panic. Don't panic. You're inside town.
Gotta get my necklace.
You're inside town. Don't worry. There are some other folks hanging out with you. Just glad to see Lucienne and Claire back alive. You're inside the house of Etienne Dubois with Claire Dubois and Lucienne Dubois and Etienne's son as well. You guys, he offered to put you up for the night. You still have a couple hours of daylight. You wanted to go back to the jeweler in town who is making a necklace for you, who told you that he would have it done later in the day. That was Jean-Marie, who said that he would have it done later in the day. But you guys are in Etienne's house at this time. What are you guys doing? What are your plans?
And just about the rule thing we were talking about.
Sure.
As far as light goes. So in other words, unless we're exceptionally close to the person with the light, is very hard. We can't see, right?
No. So if you can imagine, I had a template on its way here, but it didn't arrive. If you can imagine a template approximately the size of this inner circle.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
got it. Now I understand.
If somebody was standing at the center of that inner circle, that's how much light there is. Does
Okay.
that make sense? Beyond that, it's darkness.
Got it.
Now, obviously, real world, there's, a degrees, but in Shadowdark, it doesn't do like 5e where there's 20 foot bright, 20 foot dim. It's just this kind of arbitrary distance that they call near. So close is right around you, and I think I was misusing the interpretation of close, near, and far before. So close is within either 5 feet or basically within reach. You can think of near, even though Shadowdark doesn't use inches and hexes as much, but you can think of it as within 30 feet, basically within 6 inches, if you will. And then far is everything beyond that distance. So here out to infinity is far. Now, clearly, in a dungeon or in a dark place, you're not going to necessarily see beyond the light. So while you might be able to shoot to far or cast a spell to far or what have you, you can't see it. I mean, there's nothing, what are you going to shoot at? So, but outdoors, then clearly in daylight, there might be opportunities for you to shoot to far, and that could be, it's just an arbitrary distance. It's not like 5e where it's 24, 30 inches or whatever it is. It's just, you're not going to have an encounter
So
like
the
that.
way we were using light and other people seeing it was within the rules, or was it outside the rules?
I think I had expanded the concept of how much light. I think what I had done was, in watching the tape, I think I had said that 5e had creeped into my head, that this was, I think I had misspoken and said that this was close and that this was near and that light had expanded. And I had expanded the range of spells and I had expanded the range of light. So it's not that it's right there. It's, you have light. If we held a torch in the middle of this room, it would light, enough to see everything in the room. That doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be able to go over and investigate what's inside that door if the light's over on this side, but you'll be able to see that door.
Okay. So my other question in this, because then now I haven't looked, but do they have lanterns in this?
Yeah, of course they do.
Okay.
And lanterns, similarly, the rules are in the rule book.
No, I didn't read the lantern. I just
1
have a question.
hour
So can I then go back to the blacksmith and see if he can make me something?
Of course you can. Sure. You go back to the blacksmith.
Yeah.
You go back to, he's pounding away at your,
And how does the lanterns work here? Do they use how do they function?
They use oil.
I think you need oil. Yeah.
These lanterns do oil also, just like that? Okay.
Can you spell
Yeah, so, I mean,
Pharan.
you're looking to buy a...
So what I'm looking to do, and this is something that would be a little bit crazy, I don't know if you can do it, is I'm looking to fashion me a lantern where I can almost carry it on my back with my backpack. That's going to be above my head. So in other words, my hands can be free and I can have a lantern.
Like an anglerfish?
Huh?
Like an anglerfish?
What?
Yeah,
Anglerfish.
Oh yeah, something like that. Because I'm not understanding the whole light situation, and I feel like it's. I want to be able to have my hands free without a torch, and have a lantern, or that's something that. But then I also have to carry oil for the lantern, right? Which my spot I'm limited, very limited. Okay. All right, let's hold off on that for now. I have a torch enough.
Yeah, you absolutely can interact with him and ask him. I mean, I would ask, this is all good. I mean, this kind of stuff I would like to, just throw at me in the Discord
You
and
got
so
it.
forth.
Don't worry
too.
about
I mean,
it.
this.
I just
it's
because you brought it
cool.
up, I thought about it just now.
Yeah, absolutely. You can. I mean, they
problem.
sell lanterns. You could probably find a lantern. They are 50 silver for a standard lantern, and then oil itself is another 5 silver for a flask of oil.
No, we'll worry about that.
It burns
We'll worry about it. I'll
as
talk
opposed
about
to a
this.
torch, which is 5 silver. And yeah, and it burns for the same length of
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
Yep, all good. So you guys did not go to the blacksmith. You are in Etienne's house at this time, and you guys, what are your plans?
Well,
I'm trying to convince everybody to go back
I'm
into the cavern.
I'm agreeable to this.
Did you go out the same way that you
Yes.
guys went in?
We did.
I was gonna talk about if there's a way we can level it, so these guys can never come back out.
But we don't know if there's other ways that they can come out.
Right. We just know nobody decided to level. I was gonna try to see if we can level the entrance, so nobody can get back out. But I guess not.
We don't owe these villagers anything, but for our own curiosity, perhaps it's best to know what exactly is down there before we seal it up. Or
Yeah, but my only problem is that we barely made it alive without even encountering some wizard that can enslave people. I don't feel like dying for these people.
no, I don't want to die for them either.
You know, we barely fought some goblins and we had to run. And we fought one, their senior goblin or whatever it was. We fought one and then we had to run.
Perhaps we should look to bolster our ranks with another strong.
And now we don't have to make all sorts of noise to free somebody from a metal cage. We have a little more discretion in how we explore this cavern.
That was before we ran, but we were pretty beaten up by that big one guy. Their kind of their commander or whoever that guy was, who was wearing that fancy leather armor that you have on now.
That's right.
Yeah.
I could have
So-
taken him. I'm not that worried.
Huh?
I could have taken him. I'm not that worried.
Yeah, well,
Yolo want know how to make blue flame.
what's blue
We
flame?
must go back.
What's blue flame?
Yeah, he needs the blue flame.
What blue flame?
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
The blue flame opened the doors.
Fireball?
Yolo remembers something with the blue flame.
You want to? And what is? Yeah, it just opens the door. That's all. It does.
Must go find out who can make such.
Yes, we
Such
should get more
magic.
information on that for sure.
The blue flame.
Sure.
Only powerful magic user
that's
can do such a
That's
thing.
the problem. It is powerful magic, and we're not.
We
I
get
don't know
more
if we-
help. We get more help. We get another fighter. Go with us.
We should ask Etienne if there's a place where we could look to
If anybody's worthy to join us.
recruit somebody, hire somebody.
There was a tavern in town, yes.
Perhaps I can challenge those to best me in combat to see if they're worthy.
Yolo liked this idea.
You could bet on it.
Sure. That'd be easy. Bet against you.
You lose, little man.
We cannot have Magic Man taking innocent people and bringing them and enslaving them in other locations. It seems as though that's what their intention is.
Magic Man also shouldn't be able to take Woody. You know, I'm more scared of me than the people here.
Risk I'm willing to take.
Thank you.
No,
For a man who likes to live life cheating and stealing, you must understand the risk is always options, and without risk there is no reward.
I agree.
Convincing.
I agree.
Anybody who practices such powerful magic obviously needs a lot of money to have supplies.
But if I'm dead, money's not good.
You think you're not good enough to take his money?
No, I'm not good
Isn't
enough
that
to
what
take him.
You don't have to take him. You just have to take his money.
That's no problem.
Well, then let's go.
You mean like the fake gems that we
Woodpecker,
found?
don't go
down
limp. You come with us.
there? Okay. All right. Fine. I know
Yolo
it's a-
keep you
I
alive.
know it's a stupid idea.
Yolo keep you alive.
Maybe we need more help. Maybe some town people can come with us, or you have any good fighters in town?
Well, Claire is a. Claire looks over at him and she says,
Claire's a fighter. She took an hour and kept on fighting. Maybe we should take Claire.
Claire is a. She is very humble, but she is a fighter.
Any other good fighters maybe in town? Do you have anybody that can help?
Well, I mean, if you check the tavern, sometimes there are transients who come and go.
But you don't know anybody in town?
Tavern sounds good. YOLO hungry.
Okay.
Well,
We'll just eat.
I mean,
YOLO's still hungry.
Okay, let's go eat.
you head over. It's not a big town. You're in a town called.
I'll catch you later. I'm gonna go to the blacksmith.
Okay. You head
To
to
pick
the
up my
blacksmith.
necklace.
You head over toward. I think you went to the jeweler.
Oh, is it the jeweler? No, I thought
Yeah.
it was the blacksmith.
Uh,
No, the jeweler was for the gems. The blacksmith was gonna make the necklace.
Okay. You head to the blacksmith. The rest of you head toward the local tavern.
Correct. Yes.
There's only like 3 taverns in town. You quickly see one of them, and you head inside to it, and warm, comfortable surroundings, cliche D&D, low ceilings, wooden beams, roaring fire in the background. You guys head inside, and it's comfortable. You're sitting over in the corner, Farron, and you see a group of 3 individuals look somewhat stout and coming into the tavern itself. The 3 of you wander in while Woodpecker is out at the blacksmith, and your wizard is currently, Semiel is currently out of sight.
I'm gonna go towards the bar to try and have them like notice me, because I need money.
Okay. Well, you guys do notice what Greg
Farron.
described. Somebody wearing leather armor, carrying a longbow, I believe.
YOLO will walk into the center of the tavern with his cloak, his hood up. We need one strong fighter. Prove your worth, and it will be worth much gold and honor. Step forward.
That's a way to do it.
Does anybody else look up? Is there anybody in this place?
Somebody
anywhere?
else. Yeah, there's a few other. A young, scrawny guy stands up. How much gold are we talking about here?
Endless gold.
Endless.
Endless.
I have never seen gold. What does gold look like?
I'll take my bag and I'll
We don't have
take
that,
out.
so
Well, we have silver, right?
yeah.
I'll take out my. I'll just sew some money, put it back in my pocket.
That's silver.
Silver turned to gold.
That silver turned to gold?
Yes.
It's still silverish. I've never seen gold.
You
Poor lighting in here.
you are no good.
Why not?
YOLO not like you.
Why?
Go sit down before YOLO take head off. Don't anger YOLO. YOLO's getting angry.
Is this
You look-
person an elf, by the way?
Yeah, he is an elf.
You look YOLO getting angry.
Sit down.
He goes and he
Are there no brave souls?
skulks into the corner.
Are there no brave souls willing to join us? Step forward.
This is an elven town. They are cowards. What do you expect?
I step forward. I could use some of that endless silver turned to gold you got there.
Show your worth. Ulick.
Does he look like a capable, well-traveled type of person?
Let him do this.
Oh, there you go. So yeah, what am I? I'll step up to you, and assuming I'm going to be taller,
Oh yeah.
what am I looking at? What do I see?
About 6, just at 6 foot tall, 225. More just like a athletic build from my profession as like a butcher. So it's like most of my time was spent hunting in the woods, getting the animals and then bringing them to the towns. Try to make some money.
And forgive me, what race were you again?
Elf.
So Ulick is gonna step up to him, like literally chest to chest. And he's looking down at him, and you could feel his hot breath on your face. And
Challenge my warrior. Earn your keep.
are there no others?
There are people in the corners, like you can see them whispering, and you see some like coins being exchanged and so forth. As people are like, so there's money going back and forth. Somebody shouts out, kind of like in a whispered shout. What's the challenge? What's the challenge?
How do we want
Best
to
of my
handle this?
champion.
Well, I mean, I don't want to do player versus player fight, but contest of strength, man. I don't know.
No weapons. Hand to hand.
You see some of them back off into the corners. You hear the sound of more coins being exchanged and so forth. As people are, you clearly can understand that people are taking bets right now and seeing which way it's going to go.
I'm gonna speak to Farron quietly. You seek silver. Let's see if you have the courage to seek it out. And I don't know. I guess maybe like an arm lock with him or something. Arm to shoulder.
You tell
to
me.
shoulder. I'm gonna try. I'm assuming some kind of strength contest.
So
or something.
what you'll do when he sees him go out to reach arms, I'll take out my sword and I'll scrape a line right in the floor between
Okay.
the two of them. Feet to the line.
Feet to the line. I'm not touching you, but let's say I got my hands out or something like that, and I'm waiting for you to see if you accept the challenge, I guess, is what I'm doing.
Yep. I raise my hands.
Okay.
Cross line. You lose.
So it's like a shove, push, tug of war type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Legit.
You guys reach out to one another, lock arms.
Yeah.
There's a line down in between the two of you. You're standing there face to face, arms locked, and the goal is to pull or push the other across the line. You guys are intertwined there. Roll 3d20 and pick the highest and add your strength to it.
11.
I got 19. So 21.
And 21 to your 11. The line is about, the two of you are stretched across the line. The line is probably about 3 feet in between each of you. It's about like 6 feet from your feet to your other feet as your arms are both stretched out because neither one of you want to be standing straight right up against the line. And you confidently stand and, you're 7 foot tall, stuck to the ground. This elf, a foot lower than you, just out of the blue, pushes you 10 inches in the opposite direction. You can see the line, or pulls you 10 inches toward the line. You can see the line approaching under your feet as you're trying to stand. It is right now approximately 27 inches from you. Roll 3d6 and pick the highest one again and add your strength.
You should have been there to bet against him.
You see
Wanna go to-
money
wanna go
being
jewelry shopping.
exchanged back and forth.
8.
7.
A 7, and you managed to pull back 1 inch further. So you are still about 9 inches closer to the line than he is, and you guys are locked into it. What are you saying to each other, if nothing or anything?
I tell him, you have strength for an elf. Perhaps your heart is not as weak as most of your kind, and I'm struggling, surprisingly struggling.
This is going on. You hear coins being exchanged back and forth. Roll again, 3d20, and add your strength to the highest.
16.
13, 14.
14 again.
Maybe.
Again, Farron pulls you back across the line another 2 inches further across the line as you are slowly inching toward it. You guys still look, there's like sweat dripping off your face as you're both pulling against each other and struggling not to be pulled. Roll again, 3d6. Add your strength to the highest one.
8.
8.
And you are locked in a stiff position here. Each of you roll a Constitution roll, please.
20.
Yes, please. D20, add your con.
17.
21.
21. Okay. You're fine for now, but both of you are feeling the stress of it. Okay, roll. It continues on. Roll 3d6. Add your strength to the highest one.
8.
6.
Ooh, he pulls you now. You are just inching towards it. You were over a foot over the line. Or not over the line, closer to the line than you were before. Now he's got like 4 feet on his side. You're 2 feet. You have a little less than 2 feet. You guys continue to struggle again. Roll your Constitution saves. As you're like straining.
Dirty 20.
8.
8. You are minus 2 to your next roll, your next strength. You guys are struggling, but you can see he's starting to strain under it. Roll away. Again, 3d6, drop the lowest, or rather, add the highest, add your strength to it.
9.
5.
5. You pull him back the opposite direction. Each of you roll your cons.
12.
6.
You minus 2, you minus 4 now to your next strength roll. Okay, and you continue to struggle away. You managed to pull him back a little bit closer. He's a little bit closer, but you're still over the line by just under a foot. Roll your roll your strength, 3d6 or 3d20, add your strength to the highest. Minus 2 for you, Joe, minus 4 for you. Greg,
9.
a 9.
So that's going to be 17.
A 17. Oh, you made a resounding. You pulled him a nut. You're almost back to the line where you were before as the two of you are locked in it. Roll con saving throws, please.
Still with the minuses or no?
Yep, with the minus as well. So minus 2 and minus 4.
2.
8.
A 2 and an 8. So you are now minus 6 to your rolls, and you are now minus 4 to your rolls. You guys are just straining under it. Roll 3d20. Add your strength bonus to the highest. Minus 4 for you, Joe. Minus 6. People are betting back and
2.
forth. A 2.
14.
A 14. You pull him resoundingly back. He is on your side of the line, but you guys, just by 1 inch, you just barely, you're struggling back and forth. Each of you roll con saving throws. Minus 4 for you, Joe. Minus 6 for you, Greg.
12.
A 12. You're now minus 8 on your next rolls.
5.
You are now minus 6 on your next rolls. The two of you are straining away, just locked in it. And people
Looking at my companions, and I can't.
And you continue?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
roll 3d6.
3d6.
In this too far. Can't stop now.
Minus 4, minus 8 for you, Greg. Minus 6 for you, Joe.
So it's a 3.
So 0.
A 3 and a 0. You do manage to move him 2 inches, but it's not going anywhere right now. Two of you roll your con saves. Minus 8 for Greg, minus 6 for Joe. Your con check.
12 plus
Yeah,
six.
-6.
-6. You are now minus 12. And what was yours?
Mine was 6.
The 6. You are now -8. So minus 12 to your rolls and -8 to your rolls. Roll your 3 strength checks.
Yolo's gonna come forward with his sword and put it right in between them. Yolo, see enough. Worthy adversaries. Your choice.
I lock eyes on
I say welcome to party.
Farron. And I won't disengage. I'm just looking at him and
The job is yours if you want.
I'd let go. Yeah. Yeah, let me just get a drink first.
No need for winner or loser if we are to fight together.
I give him a approving nod. I'm not going to shake hands, elf and all that, but approving nod.
I give you one back.
Acknowledged.
I kind of just walk past the two of you, and as I'm walking past you, you hear "not bad" in the elven tongue.
I just kind of nod and walk over to the bar.
Good thing I don't speak elven.
Speak elven.
I don't.
Remember, 3 strikes out. Drinking on job, -1 strike. YOLO make jokes.
I would have lost my job a long time ago.
YOLO make jokes.
At the bar, I get a drink for Ulick.
Ulick, thank you.
The barkeep.
Turns to the judge. Oh, these are on the house. That was the most entertainment we've had in a while.
He, hands you each a drink. It's a hearty beer, very pedestrian, but still good.
I'll let my companions do the talking with if there's any talking to be done between these guys.
Welcome to the Knights of Cyaxares.
I feel like that's not the actual name.
That's Knights, not K-N-I-S, N-I, not the Knights of.
I turn to the priest and I say, clearly you are the one who speaks for everyone.
No, YOLO speak through the voice of gods only.
Good enough for me.
We have a dangerous trip ahead of us. And then YOLO just turns and walks away. His hood up.
It's a man of few words.
Yeah.
I sit at the bar and I finish my drink, and I just get up and follow Yolo.
I'm gonna go around with a cup to everyone who is betting money, and I'm gonna put some my cup out for money, change
They look.
for Lord Kronos. For Lord Kronos.
Some coins do come into your pocket. You get a total of. Where is it here, Tom? You managed to collect up 6 silver, and you get another 13 copper pieces.
Oh, I never.
I was like, oh, that was good. That was really good. Excellent. Thank you.
No pride begging for money.
Remember, you're carrying 75 of mine, right?
It's all.
Oh, I
it's
forgot
all
about
everybody.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I can't carry them.
Was that fight fixed?
Someone asks
You
you.
carry 80, 60 for me. He's carrying 70.
Were they acting? Was that for real?
Yeah, me too.
I got 55 extra.
60 of mine.
It was
I'll give you
authentic.
60 of them. Okay, 55.
You know, I've seen fake
Oh,
ones.
I have it. I have it.
I don't know if I got that
I'm
for
sure you
That's for
have.
you?
Yeah.
I'll put 60.
Have you seen female elves wrestle?
Mud wrestling?
Not say I have.
Where's that?
I have.
Back with. He hears female elf wrestling. He's like, Let's go there.
Say, actually.
Back with Woody Pecker. He's meandering through the streets to the blacksmith. He manages to get there, no problem. And you're meeting up. Benjamin is in there pounding away at your round circle. And he says, he turns to you and he says, what do you think? Is it looking good? I'm trying to turn it into a weapon for you.
What does it look like right now?
Right now, you look at it. It looks like this, like a chocolate bar that has been pounded.
Coming along.
Is
Looks not bad. Maybe be a good weapon. Make
perhaps
sure it's sharp.
sharp. You want it sharp too.
Yes.
He's looking at it. I was thinking more like a club, but
Like a club. No, make it sharp. Pretty sharp. Yes.
okay, I will do it again. And your fancy necklace, yes.
Oh, is it ready?
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
very
yes.
good. How much are you?
I think it was 5 silver. I believe it was.
Very good.
And you see, it's the 30 teeth. He drilled holes through them all, and then he managed to run took a piece of like metal wire and wrapped it in leather so it wouldn't cut into your neck, and ran that through the holes, and kind of just twisted it at the back. He doesn't have the skill set to make a clasp or
That's
anything
fine.
per se.
I don't need it.
So you've got this necklace of 30 teeth with a one large tooth dangling down in the center.
Looks good. Looks good. I like it. When do you think the weapon might be ready?
I don't know. I'll do what I can. It's definitely not today.
Okay.
Perhaps a couple days. I mean, if you want it into... I don't normally make weapons. I normally make, like, spoons.
Can you make a sharp
And,
spoon?
Make sure it's a sharp spoon.
sharp
Yes.
spoon.
Yes.
I will do the best I can.
Okay. We'll come back.
Okay. You take off, or you go back to Etienne's, or you
Yes,
head
I
to the
go-
tavern?
No, I figured they went to the tavern. I'm going to stop by the tavern, see if they're still there.
Okay, you go by and you run into your compatriots. I don't know if they're leaving or staying there, and you see that they have someone else with them at this point. Perhaps Ulick is looking a little bit sweaty as is this person who is with them.
I come up to you and go, who's the guy?
He's gonna join us for now.
Really? Is he? You think he can handle it?
He tested pretty well
Yeah.
for an elf.
Is he sacrificial?
Are you?
We shall see.
I'm talking to him. Why you mind?
Are you?
I'm talking to him. Why you mind?
I stand right here.
No,
I can hear. YOLO hears.
Tom, what point of the day are we at?
You're getting late afternoon,
Okay, 'cause
rapidly approaching.
I would
evening.
like to rest because I used almost all of my abilities yesterday.
Oh yeah, we're
But we did rest.
We're gonna
Didn't we-
rest and
no,
we'll
I
go
think we-
back in the morning.
Yeah, we rested. Did we not
You,
rest?
No.
Is it a new day? I thought we
No,
came back earlier in the
no,
day.
it was early in the day, so, or early-ish.
It's early the next day. You guys stayed overnight. You
Oh, we
did
rest.
already
Okay,
rest.
Okay, my
Oh,
mistake.
yeah.
At the
Sorry
end of the
about
last session, you rested at Etienne's house.
that.
Yeah,
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So you
I
did
got all my hit
recover
points back,
everything.
so that's fine.
So how late in the day was today?
It's late afternoon,
Late
probably just before dusk. There's no clocks on the walls, but you figure, glancing outside, the sun's going to be going down very, very
I
soon.
tell you, look, this blacksmith's still working on that weapon. Said it may a couple more days. I don't know.
You think he's gonna make anything useful out of it?
I don't know. I mean, if anything, probably the only one who'll be able to use it is me, as a sword, or you as a dagger.
Daggers. Like
That's
use a
about
dagger
it.
as a toothpick.
It's not going to be. That's not very long.
That's what she said.
So, I'm not sure if it's worth waiting. I don't know if you want to go back down there. I'm not sure if it's worth waiting for this thing.
You guys have any problem going back into the dungeon? Dungeon
YOLO.
doesn't know day or night, so
YOLO think longer we wait, more time bad guys have to be ready for us.
Yolo is wise.
I look
I
over
couldn't agree more.
at Woodpecker. Are those teeth?
Yeah. You like?
Those are goblin teeth, right?
Goblin teeth, yes. If we go back down, if you come with us, we'll make one for you too. I'm sure there's plenty down there.
Open mouth. Any gold teeth, silver teeth in there? I would watch yourself, just in case. Watch out for
Well,
woodpecker.
if he's got golden teeth, then we all got he's got problems because I've only met goblins that have golden teeth.
Okay.
So if he's got golden teeth or silver, that means he's a goblin.
I keep him away if you die. I make sure teeth stay in mouth.
No problem. I don't need his teeth. There's plenty down there. If we go down there.
Gonna let these three walk ahead. I'm gonna pull Cyaxares slow to the back of the group a little bit.
Hey, what's up?
I could have taken it, right? Of course. I need weapons.
Of course.
YOLO need time to pray, then ready to go.
Okay. So you head back to Etienne's, or do you stay here at the tavern? I mean, he
Where
offered
do you
you.
need to pray?
Anywhere, just outside. YOLO just turns around and walks out the tavern, goes right out to the street, and just kind of kneels down on the side of the tavern. Doesn't
just-
need to be anywhere.
I'll sit on the tavern steps and just sharpen my axe.
He
You're
just does
outside.
this once in a while.
The sun is setting. The sky is. It is, in terms of time of the year, it is the third sun up to sundown day of the campaign. It is what would be called the 24th of frost. It is cold, but there is not snow on the ground right now. It is very, very crisp. There's some clouds in the sky. The sun goes down and it's that ultramarine blue and gold and orange of sunset. You can see around the edge of the town that has a palisade wall around it with wooden towers, and you can see torches going up on the various towers around the palisade. It doesn't light up every aspect of the outside wall, but you can clearly see that they have like intermittently spaced some, and then there are some guards, more like militia. Some of them townspeople who take turns just walking the walls, keeping the town safe, and more of an alert than stand and hold your position type of approach to things. You're outside in the middle of the street. You're sitting rather on the stoop to the tavern that's behind you. You hear some music playing, some people talking inside, getting an evening meal. The rest of you are there with him.
YOLO's just kneel like on both knees on the ground, just kind of hood over, hanging down, clutching something in his hand, just kind of fiddling through it like this, and then just stands up out of nowhere. Just stands up all of a sudden, takes his torch out of his pack, says, "YOLO ready."
Yolo's ready.
Joel's ready. I guess we're over.
Yolo's ready.
Ready.
Ready?
We're going now?
Yeah. You got something else to do?
No.
We're gonna walk as far as we
You got
can
my
get
necklace?
to where
It's like, yeah.
we're like, I guess, I'm imagining that there's some sort of like palisades wall or some sort of wall, and it's like lit up around it. You said. As soon as we get to that barrier, like where we're gonna step out, I'll light my torch.
You get to the barrier. It is a wooden palisade wall with ramparts around on the inside. There are towers interspersed, and you see a gate. There's someone at the gate that right there. They see you approaching, and they look at you rather quizzically, and they can tell you're not just regular townspeople. And he turns to you in Sibur, and he says to you, "Are you heading out?"
Yeah, I was gonna say, did we speak to any town authority on what we're planning to do, what we hope to do, anything like that?
Do we
Does
need?
it really matter?
No, not that we need permission, but just to what we're gonna do.
Why?
Where are we
It's
going?
up to you.
I mean, I assume at the end
So,
knows we're going
There's
back.
a tunnel, an old mine shaft that leads into an old mine that is infected with goblins and whoever else knows it. They kidnap little girls. And these guys
There's
over
some
here,
sort
they
of-
want to get rid of them. These do-gooders. I'm just
Some sort of evil wizard that's sort of controlling them. Down
I
under.
figured his character was asking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
so I,
Sorry.
you know,
No.
they want to do good and get rid of this wizard, so he doesn't kidnap any more little girls. I mean, I guess it's a noble thing. I'm just going for the gold,
Silver.
or whatever I can find.
teeth.
Some maybe some more fake gems.
Or some real ones.
Or some real fake ones.
They probably didn't come from your family though.
Watch yourself.
Wow. It's gonna be that kind of party, huh?
You guys head out through the gate. They open the gate for you.
I'll say to the guard,
Yes.
no worry about us. We are champions of the dark. And we'll start walking out.
Champions of the dark. Huh? It is very dark out. You walk out into the... There's still a little bit of light, but you can see the sun very, very quickly going down. You leave the palisade walls, and there's some cleared space, some farmland initially. You can see there's crops, or cleared fields rather, where crops would otherwise be. And then beyond, slightly farther than probably about an hour's walk, you can see the wood line. In the distance, you can still make it out. You know that, as in most of the towns, the people generally work the fields around the towns during the day, and then they all migrate back into wherever the safety of their town, their palisade walls, or their patrolled village, or their stone fortress, what have you. You venture out and you start to cross the clearing, and eventually you come to the wood line, and by now it is dark. It is dark.
So I'll light my torch.
You guys have your torch lit, and you venture off, and you remember where this place was. And Faerun asked you, where are we going? Faerun is standing there somewhat clueless, kind of following along.
Not much further.
Don't worry.
There's a old mine shaft. As we're walking, I got my hand on the hilt of my sword, whatever it is, just in case something jumps out.
Okay. As you are walking, you either have your sword out or your sword at the ready, and I'm assuming you're all pretty much locked and ready. You have the one torch kind of surrounding you, and then it quickly goes into darkness. As you venture into the woods, the thick woods themselves kind of bring the light even in closer to you as the trees then block additional light. You're meandering. It's a path of sorts. It's not a road per se, but you remember generally having gone there and then having come out of it, not yourself, but the rest of the party. You remember generally where you're going. And as you're going there, your spidey sense is kind of peaked up at the moment. And everyone, somebody roll initiative. Who's in the front? Let me ask you
I'm
that.
going to be in the middle because I'm holding the torch.
Who is
Two of us are
leading?
probably up front,
So,
yeah.
Cyraxes, if you would please roll an initiative roll.
I've been always.
Yes, it does. So, what I
about
put
this
out
one,
in the
sure.
Discord was I'm just going to kind of make it more role play specific,
Okay.
not so mechanically specific. So, it's not just who has the highest number, it's kind of like who's leading the pack, and that's kind of.
So, like, if you want to take lead or point, just
Yeah,
let us
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Like, well, I'll take point. And
No, I
then
got
you
it.
get the, you
I
know.
didn't realize that.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I
No,
must have
I'm
missed
sorry.
that
I know. Sometimes stuff gets lost in translation. That's all good. You're out front, and you rolled a what there,
12.
boss? I'm sorry?
12.
A 12. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, some arrows come hurtling in your general direction. And one of them slams into you, Cyraxes. Just not very badly, but you take 2 points of damage, and you sense from somewhere in the darkness, someone shot at you guys. Who was in the number 2 position?
Me.
An arrow, just goes flying past you, and who is in the number 3 position?
I'll be third.
Okay,
I'll be
and an
second.
arrow goes flying past you as well. Somewhere in the darkness up ahead, something just shot at you.
Quick,
What are
cast-
you guys
cast sleep.
doing?
Oh, no.
We must stay close. Sammy not here. Stay close. How do we know how far
General direction?
the mine shaft would be? Do we have a general idea of how far it would be?
Yeah, you think you're probably just a few hundred feet away from it. Why don't you go ahead and put your party right here in the center, if you would. And we'll just kind of set that up. Okay, if you can imagine, there are trees surrounding you right now.
There's a mini missing.
No, I'm using the
And
wrong
you
arm.
had a sense that the arrows
No,
came
there's a
from...
mini missing.
Oh, okay.
Who's missing? Oh, yeah, this guy
Those are the
right here.
girls. Yeah, that's me.
Yep. Okay, understood. And the wizard is not with us today. And I assume Claire and Lucien did not come with you.
Was this the guy he has for you?
Yeah, that's
right?
right.
Okay. And who's this?
That's me.
That's you. You're up front.
Oh, that's me.
Okay. I'm just putting an order towards you, Tom.
Yeah, imagine trees all around you, and you guys are. So the arrows came from my direction, if you will.
Yeah.
Are you? What are you doing?
First thing I want to do is get myself behind a tree that would be
Okay.
between me and the direction the arrow came in.
Okay. Unless you guys are doing something specific, we'll start over you with you, Greg. What is Faerun doing?
I'm gonna try and shoot an arrow in the direction
Okay.
that it came in. Just trying to hopefully get something.
Fire away. I mean, you don't see a target per se.
6.
A 6. Okay. Your arrow goes off in that general direction. We do track them. Just mark it off if you would. What are you doing, Brian?
I got my shield up. I got the torch. A few more feet. We go right into mine. Protection from sides.
So the mine entrance is about 100 feet away or so.
Yeah, you think it is. I mean, it's in the dark right now. But you, based upon where you think you are, based upon the trees, the trail in front of you, the light flickering off the trees, you vaguely remember it being in that direction. It looks a little bit different. When you went in before, it was during the day, and when you came out, it was still daylight. But you still have a sense of where you generally are.
Keep moving forward.
Yes.
You guys continue to press forward. Sarah, actually,
I'm
you
gonna
jump
try to
behind-
go from cover to cover the best I'm capable of.
Okay, you're moving from cover to cover. What are you doing?
I'm gonna put my shield up, my head down, and I'm gonna dash for the entrance to the mine.
Okay, you're moving straight ahead, and you think you might outpace his light at some point.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna continue to move straight ahead. You're slightly.
I'm gonna try to keep up.
Okay.
you know.
Okay, understood. And you don't have a. You're keeping up. Probably, if anything, Cyraxes is probably the one falling slightly behind. If everybody else is kind of running, actually, you'd be falling slightly behind because you shot and paused to shoot there. James, what is Woodpecker doing?
I'm just, if they take off, I'm going to take off after them.
You're taking
Hopefully,
off,
use them as
running
blockers.
after them, and
I'm small, I should be able to hide behind them.
okay, some arrows. You guys are trying to duck and dodge, and there some arrows come flying at you with disadvantage. One of them miss. One of them hits number 2, who is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hits half orc. You get pegged for 2 points of damage, and then the other arrows, some more arrows go flying past you. You can hear the skittering of voices as these guys are like dodging off in front of you. They're like shooting and running. You can tell they're kind of scurrying off. As you continue to move forward, you think it's probably another 2 to 3 rounds and you'll be at the entrance to the dungeon that you guys left. You continue to press forward. Greg, what are you doing? What is Faerun
I'm
doing?
trying to stay a little low to the ground and I'm running.
You're running at this point, no longer firing. You're still running, Brian?
Yeah.
You're still running?
Yeah, I mean, if they start to outpace me with the SARS of the light source, I'm gonna have to take more direct
You
routes to
take
keep
off.
in the light.
With the light source moving with us, do we see any movement or anything on the new peripheries?
You get a sense that they're trying to stay outside of your light, if you will, and taking advantage of the fact that you guys are illuminated in the light, and they're shooting at you and kind of moving. But as you're moving forward, you guys are moving forward very quickly, so that the voices are getting slightly louder because you sense you're closing the gap with them, if you will, if that makes sense. I assume James Woodpecker is staying right with them. You guys continue to move forward. They fire away again at disadvantage. The arrow come flying in your general direction, and that would be on YOLO. YOLO, I think you got pierced. You feel an arrow jab into you for 2 points of damage. Oh, we'll call that one a Woodpecker. You get jabbed for 2 points, and that's it. The other ones all miss. You guys continue to move up as fast as you can. All of a sudden, you see the entrance to the dungeon coming into view up ahead. You guys are almost right there. You run up into it and you take cover into it, or what do you do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You dodge, you come running right up into it as quickly as you can, and you quickly take cover, and you get a sense of right outside. There's over to one side, over in the woods, there's some goblins. You can just barely see them on the edge of your light as you start to run into the dungeon. You see them just at the edge of your light. You can continue running in, or you can do something else. Faerun, what are you doing?
Continue running.
I'm getting in the.
You run. You're inside the dungeon, the entranceway. You have the cover of it. You see what you see there. This stout wooden entranceway with rocks all around it, somewhat carved into the rocks. What is YOLO doing?
I have a quick question.
Sure.
Sorry. Do dashes apply in this as well, or no?
Well, so
you could move and still take an action.
So you can move and take an action, and you move what they call near. So it's kind of extrapolated, or you can move what they call double near.
Oh, okay.
So
would this be near, or would this be double near to get into the entrance?
from there, you could call it near. You could do an
Okay.
action and
Okay.
move in, or you could just continue like further in.
Okay. No, I'm just gonna come in. As soon as I get inside there, I'm gonna try to get to the side a little bit,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Understood.
Oh, I rolled an actual 20. So,
Ooh, okay. So you get to double.
well, I don't need to roll. I mean, it's okay. So I'm back to full now because I rolled a 3, but so I'm back to 6. I'm back to full health.
Okay, that is YOLO. What is Cyraxares doing?
Okay, so let me just make sure I understood this. As I was entering the cave, I kind of saw off to the
Yes,
side.
you see off to the side. So you can take an
Now-
action and move inside if you want.
I'm
Or
just,
you can just beat feet straight in.
I'm just going to take the arrow as I'm going in, the short bow, and just fire as I'm going in.
Okay, fire away.
Come on, this has to look better than that.
Use them, man. You got them, right? That's what Tom wants us to do. He wants us to use them.
I got the same die roll. Can I use yet another one in a row?
Of course you can.
right.
They're yours. You use them however you want.
So
Yeah,
there's
mine are all.
2.
Okay,
Black.
yeah, but you can use them. I don't know if you.
All right, I
you
give
could
up.
Use the inspiration.
Yeah, it's like inspiration. Yeah.
Okay,
2, 2,
yeah, you
3.
could use them to like re-roll.
Yeah, but don't waste.
You know, but some of them have
So it's a miss.
things on it. Like turn
Okay,
your
that
ability
is
to attack into a
Cyaxares.
hit.
You,
can roll that.
Ulick, what are you doing?
Actually, the same thing. I'm gonna just before I go into the cavern entrance, I'm gonna pause, and from my belt I pull out one of my shurikens. I want to pronounce it that way. I'm gonna call it like a throwing star, and I'm going to target one of the goblins and throw the star at it,
Okay.
and then dash into continue my movement into the thing. That's a 12.
A 12 on the goblins does. Tom, what does it do? Whack! Ah! You hear a scream. Ah! Is that your shuriken jabs into one?
3 points of damage.
3 points of damage, and you see it like scuttle off into the woods, like in pain. What is Woodpecker doing?
Hunt that one down.
So I'm also gonna, as I'm running in and sliding into the thing, I'm gonna, if I saw who he shot, I'm gonna try to shoot the same guy.
Okay, you're gonna try and shoot the same one that Ulick shot.
Yeah.
What he threw this shuriken
yeah.
at. Okay, fire away.
No. That's gonna be a 10.
Your arrow goes flying past it. The goblin kind of ducked behind a tree at the last moment, and all of you are now inside the entranceway there, if you will. You remember that it's a long corridor going down straight ahead, probably about 60-ish feet straight ahead, if you will. Just move this back here. And
We know
Who
these.
took damage?
I did.
We all
did.
did.
We all took 2, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So as you guys walk up to YOLO inside there, you're just gonna see him kind of
Put your guys
holding onto his holy symbol, looking down towards it with his hood over him. And I'm gonna cast. I mean, we're out of
Yeah, right
combat
for
order
the
right now.
moment.
Okay.
Yep.
So
we
I'm
know
gonna
they're
I'm gonna be
follow the same.
casting cure wounds on
Let's
them
try
as
to
they come up
find
to
a
me.
spot where we get a
Okay.
tight turn.
Yeah.
And we can be
Natural
ready.
20 again. Ouch. Wasting all these natural 20s. Oops, sorry. Somebody got 1 point of healing. Who needed it?
I'll take the one.
Oh, that's not good. That's just made it. That's a 7. 2 points of healing. Who else needs a healing?
Take damage?
I took 2.
I'll take 2.
Okay.
So whoever.
I gotta roll better. 12. Okay, that'll pass too. And then 3 points of healing. Anybody else? Are you good?
I'm good. Think I did.
Everybody good now?
There you go.
Very good. Thank you.
Yep.
That didn't work out as well as I wanted to.
Does this normally happen when you go here?
I've never got a dice.
We've been
so I
here
don't know.
twice. It's
Last
happened
time we
twice.
here, almost everyone died. Forward.
So we're gonna go.
Wait, do you
in.
want? We can't go. You don't want to think these guys are coming behind
They
us and
are.
shooting?
We're gonna try to find the first tight corner that it bends, and be there on the wait, so that they can't just come out and see us from afar. Kind of like you walk around the corner. Oh hey, be waiting for 'em.
So you see kind of like
Here, toward.
what
That's
you s-
okay.
see
You
here.
guys can walk down just out of torch range.
Oh,
there.
okay.
The dungeon itself is not a man-made tunnel. It is just natural rock dripping with water. It's got that damp kind of musty smell. The ground, though depicted on the terrain, is not level. It's undulating terrain going up and down with crevices and gaps and what have you. You can walk over it normally, but you're having to watch your step as you're moving along. It's not like running around a track on a football or soccer field or something like that. So you're moving along, it kind of twists and turns, and it's not perfectly straight at the moment. Your light and the marching order is it is narrow for the time being. You can't really get 2 abreast. You can get 1. You can kind of move through party members for free, but you really can't get like side by side in the space. And what is the marching order?
Same as before, I guess.
Which
I
was
ask,
what?
No, I say.
Just line it up inside of here.
It's
For me.
hard.
Who was in the lead?
I say, side. Do you want to maybe jam the torch in the wall, and we wait for them as they come in? We can see them and start shooting at them.
There you go. That's good.
It's not a bad idea.
They will see us.
But they're
No,
not that
torch.
smart. You don't think they don't stand back? They may not run to it, but I don't think they're smart enough to wait it out.
It's up to you guys.
No,
That's my
okay.
idea.
We
but
can try.
No, care. Do whatever
we
you
can
want to do.
jam the torch into a crevice there, and then move away, so that we can see them enter into the light, but they can't see us out of the light.
But then we be in dark.
No, but hold on. If you're in dark, but you can see into the light,
But dark also behind us.
Agreed.
right? But not in front, where we're looking at them.
But other
But what
bad
about
things
everything
come from
behind?
behind us.
Okay.
No,
You have a point. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just using it as a suggestion.
You could
I
do.
still think it may be the smartest thing to do. Because if we just continue on, they're just going to come from behind us.
We have to remove them.
What we could do is put a secondary torch further down, so that way we have an extra bit of distance behind us.
So
We
in
have
other
enough
words,
torches.
torch 30-ish feet us, 30-ish feet torch,
Yeah.
so we can see in
So that way
both
we have
directions.
30 feet of each direction.
So you put a torch further down this way, is that correct? About 30 feet from you?
The
I mean, we could put a torch.
Yeah, we're
here
looking for
and
a.
then move-
We're
and
gonna
move
need
on to-
a nice long
Okay,
straightaway to do this.
Okay, just imagine the terrain moving underneath you. So there's about the torch is, as you move along, it would be back here, over here, 30 feet away from you in this toward the entranceway, correct?
Okay.
Right? Does
Yes.
that make sense? So eventually, you guys are hunkered down there, and you're kind of watching behind you for the time being. Are you moving forward? Or are you kind of standing
No, we're
there?
waiting for those 3 guys.
Okay.
3, whatever.
Who wants to use the second torch?
I'll use one.
You want to use the torch?
Okay, just mark it off if you would. You guys.
Quick question.
Yes.
While we're in there, can I look around and see? Are there any? Because I know we were in here before. Are there any dead goblins in here? Things that maybe we had killed prior or previously? Like their
You
bodies in
don't
here?
see any right
Okay.
now.
Okay.
Okay. You guys are there. You're hunkered down and waiting. You've got the one torch up with the group. You've got another torch 30 feet behind you toward the entranceway. And you hear some skittering of noises up ahead, up behind you, which is kind of in front of you, I guess. Yes, coming from that direction.
From the entrance.
Yes, from the entranceway.
I'm ready. I'm at the ready with my crossbow.
You're at the ready. And literally at the same moment, you guys are both locked and cocked. Roll initiative again. Somebody, since you're the one closest to them, correct?
I guess.
I think I am.
Okay, since you're the closest, roll an initiative, please.
6.
A 6, and you're all the way back there, and the one of them, you see an arrow come flying your direction just as he comes into view, and the arrow goes whizzing right past you. You've got your beads on him. You've been waiting. You can go if you want.
I'm taking the shot. I'm gonna
Okay.
roll that. And then it's what?
You
Plus-
add your dex bonus to hit,
For your
but you
longbow,
add
you got what?
So that's that is a 13.
a 13. You hear it strike home and hit the goblin. Roll your damage. I think it's a.
Probably D8 on a longbow.
Is it
It's a 6.
I
No,
think
it's
it's
a
a
D8.
Oh, that's
no,
okay.
my short crossbow is a 6.
Yeah.
A longbow's
It's
gotta
a
be-
D8.
No adding modifiers to
Oh, it
damage.
is.
Yeah, because my crossbow, I have a small one, it's a 6.
You have a wee one.
Yeah, I have a toothpick shooter.
That's a 1. Yeah, I'm gonna end that one.
No,
Ah, same.
don't waste it. Don't waste it. You're gonna need them.
Yeah,
You're gonna need them down the line.
One's
Don't worry about
fine.
it.
One's
Everyone's
fine.
gonna get around
One
it.
is one.
Yeah.
They're not that strong.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it jabs into him. You're up. You can see him in the dark. You can see him in the dark down in that direction.
Okay. I'm gonna just kind of stand my ground.
Okay.
And then, are you gonna charge him?
No, I'm going to shoot him.
You're gonna shoot him? Okay. I will reach over and touch Zyraxon's bow, and I will cast Holy Weapon on it. Ooh. Oh, I can't. I have to at least roll a 7. So, so now you have +1 and +1 to attack and +1 damage on your bow attacks
How long does that last?
for 5 rounds.
Nice.
Ooh, very nice. I'm going to
Cyraxes.
sure it up and
Yeah.
then let it go.
I mean, just
have
kind of where you are at the angle, you can absolutely shoot as you're kind of like looking between your party, but you're going to be at disadvantage. Just if you see the way you're kind of like.
Can
the
I
way
step forward before shooting?
Sure, absolutely. You move up through your party members. You kind of push your way past Ulick. You're like, Ulick, get out of my way. I want to take
Even
this
if
shot.
I have to shoot over
Okay.
somebody.
You manage to push your way back a little bit. Ulick, you guys are kind of reversed in places right now. Okay, you go ahead and fire normally.
All right. 10, 16.
16 hits. Jab, he's been hit a second time. 1 point. And then
4 damage.
4 more, and you hear him fall on the ground. You don't see the other 2, but he collapses on the ground. Ulick, what are you doing?
You look, I'm gonna strap my shield onto my shoulder and grab my great axe in 2 hands. I'm gonna charge down that corridor.
You're charging down this way.
This way, yeah.
Okay, you charge down that way. You're probably going to get to near, so you're not going to necessarily close with them, but you probably, I'm not sure you see that, you probably don't see the other 2 yet, but you can definitely get close to where the one was. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Unless you're going to go double near.
No, I'll if I can't make it that far, then I'll go as far as I can.
Okay, you go as far as you can, and you got the impression that like one had entered the light and the other 2 hadn't quite entered the light just yet. Okay, that is your, and you're kind of like holding an action or dodging or something like that.
Yeah, I'll hold action for now.
Okay, you're holding. You what
I don't
is
see
what?
anybody, right?
What you saw one go
They're
down,
and I don't see anybody else, right?
but you don't see anybody else at the moment.
I'm holding action. As soon as I see one, that's gonna look.
Okay, that's all you see. You guys hear skittering beyond, but you get this sense that they kind of backed off out into the woods.
Come back.
You see probably about another 6 paces from you, right at the edge of the light, you see the one dead on the ground there, or at least unconscious on the ground.
Ulick, bring him back here.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I grab him by the scruff.
You grab him. As you move up to grab him, you hear scurrying in the distance. But nothing happens. You quickly drag the body back to the party.
Okay. Dead, unconscious.
You check for a pulse, and he is unconscious.
I'm gonna toss him at the feet of Yola. This one lives still. Perhaps we can get information, directions.
We don't
How are we
speak
going to talk to
Goblin.
it?
He could point
He
How are
doesn't
we gonna tell him
understand
to
how to
point?
point.
by showing him the blade of my axe. There are some universal tongues.
But he's out right now, so you gotta get him.
What we wish to know from him.
Magic user, numbers.
You gotta have a conversation.
You could show him.
You look at him laying on the ground. He's got a collar on him, and he's wearing what looks like grungy-looking, leatherish armor with little bits of metal on it. And he had a short bow in his hands, and he has what looks like kind of a crude club as well.
Take it. Just take it away from it in case
Okay.
it somehow comes up.
Okay,
It's,
the club was kind of tucked into a leather thong. You pull it out.
There are 2 more back there. We could either leave them and go along, or hunt them back so there's no one at our backs.
How heavy is he?
You try to lift him up. You're guessing
Can I lift him?
80-ish pounds.
Can I lift him?
I mean, and carry him, or you
Can I
mean,
can I
which-
lift and carry him?
You don't think your
I'm a halfling.
strength is?
I'm a 10.
You don't think? You think that if you like unloaded some gear and you like wrapped him around your back like a,
Not like
a
that.
pack?
Can I bear hug him and carry him like a bear hug?
I mean, kind of like waddling.
Yeah, yes.
Like you could probably
Yeah.
waddle
Yes.
with him. You pick up somebody. You're
Okay,
not
yeah.
like.
So I'm gonna pick him up, and waddle to the front of the entrance, with him in front of me.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna waddle to the front of the entrance with him and stand at the front,
Okay.
right? And then I'm gonna
So
take
where's
his
the-
arm. And I'm
where's
gonna
the
take his
light
arm
wave?
and go like this.
Weekend at Goblins.
Okay. You're waving like this. Where is the light right now?
I'm in the light because that's where
Okay.
he
Yeah,
was
We
shot.
put one there.
Okay, roll a deception check.
So I am-
roll a charisma check with, I'm gonna say with disadvantage, but roll it anyway.
Disadvantage?
Yeah, sure.
bad.
13
13.
on both. 26.
13. You hear some skittering noises in the darkness, but I mean, you don't see them. But the skittering noises seem to be getting closer and closer
And
to you.
so I try to back up with him now to get out, like I'm going in, like he's going in.
Right. Okay. So but he's like facing this direction as he's.
Well, he's he's fading into
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
light.
No, I understand. Okay, just roll me another deception check, please.
A 6.
A 6. Okay, you're going backwards, and you're like waving his arm.
Too good a deal.
You're waving his arm, like coming, like your arm is up underneath his arm, trying to keep your arm hidden. So like his arm's like here.
Well,
and you're
it's
going,
kind of darkish.
you're
It's
like-
not like it's like, you know.
Well,
big-
I mean, it's dark for you,
Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay.
but it's not dark for them. So they're coming toward you, and then all of a sudden they kind of make out what the heck is going on, and they go ahead and they fire away in your general direction with disadvantage, and your AC is 14.
But I have this guy in front of me.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So the one thuds right into the goblin who's in front of you, and if you could feel his pulse in his wrist, you don't feel it anymore. And the other
They
one,
yell out,
and the other one fires away as well, again with disadvantage. And again, another arrow slams into the goblin, and both missing you. And you see, you've got the hands, you're holding them up like this, kind of wiggling backwards. And that is James. Back over here with Greg. What are you doing? You see James
what are
out
you
in
doing?
front. You see Woody Pecker out in front, kind of
I'm gonna
wobbling
go
away
to,
as best he can with this.
kind of like the side of him,
Okay.
ducking down behind him a little bit,
Okay.
and try to shoot past him.
Okay, you go ahead. They're just at the edge of the light, I'll say. You can go ahead and try and shoot past.
Six, nine,
How'd you die?
10.
A 10, your arrow goes flying past them, ricochets off the wall in their general direction. Brian, what is YOLO doing?
If I was to use my movement towards them, would I reach them? Or not, unless I kind of did a double?
You probably have to do a double move.
Okay.
They're a little bit past Ulick at this point.
Okay.
If you can imagine, Ulick had moved up to where, well, he actually started to bring it back. He brought it back with him. You could probably, sure, we'll say you could get up to them.
Oh, I can get up to them?
Sure, why not?
Okay. I'm gonna go. I'm YOLO, tired of waiting. I'm gonna run up and do warrior job. And I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna take my longsword out and I'll tap the closest one. That's so not gonna hit. That is a 10 to hit.
A 10. These goblins, the arrows are flying past them, and whatever you swing it away, you swung past them as well. You're back a little bit farther back. You've got Woody Pecker up in front of you with a goblin moving backwards. You've got Cyraxes up in front of you, ran past Woody Pecker and swung away, and you've got Farron up in front of you as well. What are you doing?
Can I get to a position where I can see?
You're gonna
him?
have to like move all the way up toward like where
Which
he
is
was.
fine.
So
I'll take as much movement as
so
I can.
you're gonna move up,
to
and
still
you're like-
be able to fire if I
you
can.
like weave in between Farron and you're behind. You're not quite up next to.
Yeah, I don't want to be in hand range.
YOLO.
I want to be in missile
Yeah,
range.
you're
with
just,
bow.
but they are like right at the edge of the light. Okay, and you're there.
All right, I want to take a shot if I
Go
can
for
get
it.
a visual of one.
Yeah, you've got
How,
two of them there. Yes.
how many rounds would you say it passed with all that was going on? So should I clear out my holy weapon on him?
No, I think you're still good for right now. We'll say it's
Okay.
still there for now.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
A dirty 20 hits.
There we go. 4.
A 4, and you added the bonus?
Yeah, that's with the
Okay,
bonus.
4. He's wounded, but he is still up. Ulick, you are up.
Yeah, we suck.
Yeah, I'm
That's
right
about as
on,
good as I can do with a bow.
YOLO's heels, rushing out the cavern.
Okay.
Again,
Go get him, Ulick.
shield slung across the back. axe in two hands.
This is like,
running.
you guys are like, it's like a jammed, it's like clusters of crap trying to get stuck in a pipe in a plumbing
my
parlance.
shield up,
Is you
go
guys
over.
are like piling over each other to get at these
I'm like
guys.
pushing Woody aside and hopping over him.
I'm getting stampede over here.
You are literally getting like in this narrow corridor. You guys are all like weaving in and out of each
I'm
other.
like this against the
good
wall.
idea.
like,
Okay, you get up. You're right
no,
next to right
no,
next
no.
to YOLO, and you can swing away if you want.
How are the goblins? Are they close by each other? The goblins.
There's like one slightly behind the other, and they're the one closest up is closest up to, if you will, closest up to, if you can imagine that.
YOLO.
He's all the way up here. He's probably back here. You're pushing your way forward. He probably was over here and took his shot, and I think he probably was over here also. And before Cyaxares pushed in front of him, he's back here, and this dead body is over here with him at this point, even though it's in front of him. But everybody's been pushing past you very, very quickly, if you will. Does that make a little more sense?
Totally, yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to, if possible, know if I could position myself between the two goblins, if I have that much space.
Sure. You run up. You're not trying to leave the range of the one, though. I mean, yeah, sure. Okay.
And I'm just trying to see if with my axe, if I could swoop with one, and if by chance, maybe like on the backswing, clip the other one. partly or
Roll with
something.
disadvantage. Sure, go for it.
It's an 18. 12.
A 12. It does. You manage to cleave through one, and you just come back around and back through the other, and you do manage to do damage to both of them. The one who was already badly wounded by Cyaxares' arrow, you just literally just slice his throat as you come through, and it wasn't a deep cut, but just the blood goes sprays all over you. The other one,
7.
7, and it just, you really didn't even come like back through. You just like swung, cut the one across the neck, and it just jammed into the other one and literally just decapitated him. And he just collapses on the ground dead at that point. You are standing there. You've got the 2 dead goblins up near the entrance, the 1 dead goblin back with 2 arrows in him from his friendlies, back with Woody Pecker. And you guys are standing there at that point.
I dropped the one I'm holding.
Let's go deeper in.
And then
get
I quickly look inside his mouth.
You rummage around. You think it's going to take you a moment. You rummage around in his mouth. You see him like digging away in his mouth with a spoon or something like that, and you find 3 silver teeth inside of his mouth. He's like cranking them out. These guys had a good dental plan.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Clearly.
then
Surprising.
I'm gonna go up to the other ones, but I see he was decapitated, so I'm gonna pick up the ring.
Okay. Yep. They all had these big rings.
Yeah, I'm gonna
on.
pick up the ring.
Okay. Okay. They take a gear slot. Just write it down. You
Oh,
got
they
a ring.
does take a gear slot.
Yeah, they're pretty heavy.
I ask, Eula, can you hold the ring for me?
Yeah.
Do you think we need another one? Just I want to see if he does make a good weapon out of it.
The collar
Maybe.
ring? Yeah, I can
Yeah.
hold the collar.
You have another? You have room for one more? If
Yeah.
not, we can drop it later. If it doesn't work, just drop it. If it doesn't, if you need the space, I figure maybe if there is a chance to make, maybe we can make. If it's really magical, maybe we can make some weapons, or he can combine and find a really good smith. If we collect enough of them, find a good smith that he can maybe make if it's magical, make a sword or some arrows or something like that.
Okay with me.
My friends, YOLO think we should keep going.
Okay.
Get the light
Yeah.
inside.
Keep going.
Get deeper in.
On
Alright,
the way, I'm
fine.
gonna pull
I'll
2
let-
arrows.
I'll let the teeth go.
Yeah, I'm gonna
for now.
refill up on arrows. on the
Okay.
Corpses.
You guys refill up on arrows and you set back up again. Who's in the lead?
By the
You
way, if
guys?
I yell out to the guys, if you need arrows, let me know. Well, Tom, crossbow arrows and longbow, are they the same arrows? Or
No.
I don't think
no?
so.
Okay.
I think they're more
Crossbows
like
use a short
bolts.
bolt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
the
I
bolt.
have tons of crossbow arrows.
Okay, what's your marching order? Who's in front?
I'm not.
Um,
You don't want to be up front.
I'll take front.
I'll take.
I'll
the
take,
move. I'm just as good. I have just as good AC as
I'll
anybody
take
else.
second.
Yeah, but I mean, you're most dexterous. So
Okay, I'll take front.
You want front? I'll take front.
I'll take.
I'll go in
I
the
can
middle.
see
Wait,
over
wait,
you,
hang
so
on,
it's
wait,
almost
wait,
like
wait,
being in
wait.
the front anyway.
Hand over the spear.
No.
Hand over the spear.
No more spear.
Hand over the spear.
YOLO don't want to give way spear.
Give me a spear.
YOLO likes spear.
Give me the spear. Or YOLO take front.
No, YOLO in middle.
No,
YOLO
YOLO then
spear.
give spear.
Reluctantly hands out the spear.
Okay. And we go back to tap, 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 tap. Well, but we should know where stuff is right now. We've been through this before up to a
Twice.
certain point.
Yeah.
So we
You've
know
been through
where
it twice.
stuff is. Plus, we have, I think we left some ropes behind. It's probably hanging somewhere. We didn't pick them all up. So we will be able to go to that spot without the tap, tap, tap.
Okay.
You just let me know at what point. I think we'll kind of know that big opening where we fought their boss or whatever, and then we ran from there. So up to that, we're kind of pretty good on the traps and everything else.
Okay.
I think the DM will have some ideas on that.
No, I'm just.
I
Listen,
mean, if the goblins live there, they might
you know
have
what I mean?
changed
If I'm-
some stuff.
no, but they had like pits. They didn't have time to dig pits within a day or two.
Maybe they're magical.
Huh?
Maybe they're magical bits.
Maybe
I have
they
a
took
quick
away the
rolling
ropes.
question.
Okay, so I go-
Shield. Can you still hold a torch in the shield arm?
I'm gonna say maybe. I don't.
duct tape it to the shield.
Maybe.
So
Yeah.
it's one of
Get
those
some
things.
It depends
powder from
on-
the goblins and
I mean,
try it.
but here's the thing. I mean, as opposed to holding a torch for light, I mean, you're moving that shield around.
Yeah.
I would say let's go with yes, but we're gonna risk the light going out.
Got it.
Sound reasonable?
What are you trying to do?
No, I'm just curious if we can, while
think
the shield is
because-
in hand, if you can hold a torch
You're.
While fighting?
in the same arm. Let's not get to fighting. Let's just get the whole.
Oh, well, I figured that's what you were
Oh,
doing.
okay.
I mean,
no,
I might
I'm
be
sorry.
walking
I'm sorry.
defensively
I miss.
with the same
Good
thing.
question.
That's what I think he was trying to get.
Good,
He was trying-
good question.
saw his
I guess
thinking.
I was combining two things at one
Gotcha,
time.
okay.
So yes, you want to move and hold your. I'm going to say sure you can, just while moving.
Yeah.
Hold a torch. Why not? Seems reasonable.
Okay.
But once you get into combat, I'm going to say
Of course,
yes.
that's gonna be, yeah.
For now, until I know otherwise, I'm going to say yes, you can. But I'm going to come up with a chance because this is a dynamic situation as opposed to there's like this Facebook cartoon, live action cartoon thing called Viva Lada or something. They do a funny skit on D&D movement, on D&D combat where they use like real people and they're like, okay. You move, it's your turn. And the guy runs up and he stands in position and he goes, I'm taking the dodge action. And then a bad guy comes up and they're like, well, attack him. And he goes, I can't, it's not my turn.
It is supposed to be simultaneously.
I know.
Yeah,
that
no, I
too.
know. I'm just.
But it is very funny but in combat, I'm going to say if that's your light source, there's a chance it's going to go out. Does that make sense? Reasonable?
It does.
Yeah. Okay. So you continue. I see Woody
Well, we
Pecker
have two.
is
So who's gonna
not
hold
tap,
poking
tap, tap?
I have
away.
one.
You're
have one?
still
He's got
you're
one?
poking, but you're not
I don't
like
know if
as
he's-
Yeah.
diligent
Well,
as
there's
you have
two
to
lit.
be. You have been through this
Yeah.
section before. It doesn't look any different than it did the last time you came through here. You remember that it went ahead about 60-ish feet.
Then we had to go either left or right.
No, not quite. It went ahead 60-ish feet, and then it came to the stairs at that point.
Oh, well, we had to jump with the rope. Right.
So you are continuing to move ahead, and literally just as you're continuing to move ahead, you cross, and from the darkness, you don't quite see it yet, but from the darkness, several arrows come flying your way, Woody Pecker. Both of them go flying past you. You don't see anything just yet, but they came from the
Do
darkness
I
up ahead.
feel him or see him, right?
Yeah, I mean, you heard them. The arrows go flying
I
by.
right away pin myself against the wall.
You
And well, is there any stalactites or something where I can hide or not really here?
well, there's a bend. Where you're
Oh,
right
so
here.
okay, so I
there's
I say, whoa, hold up, and
there's
then
a bend. You can just kind of like back up a hair.
okay, I go back it up. So I go. Some arrows just came flying at me. Missed me though, but I don't know. I said we have some arrows. Some arrows flew out. I don't know if anybody who has like maybe a shield can come out there.
Are we still carrying both torches, or do we leave one of them behind?
We have both torches. I have one in the middle. We were trying to figure out who. I'm guessing you're holding the other one. You said you were.
Yeah.
So it's so the marching order. I think right now is Woodpecker, right? And then what's your guy's name?
Farron.
Farron, right? And then Cyaxares, and then me, and then
I'm in the rear.
and then
So-
you. So
With these torches,
we have a
another
torch in the
follow-up
middle
question.
and a torch in the front. Right?
Follow-up question about torches. If these torches are thrown, will they automatically go out?
No, I don't think they would.
You could put them on the
automatically
floor.
go out.
Like you could
No.
place them
Throw
down.
them at
Toss
the,
them. I
Toss
was
them.
thinking the same thing. If you
toss them towards where the shots came from and
That's
see
what
if we
I was
can see anything.
Yeah, I was thinking of like shooting like an arrow through, like if we have any
any rags or something, we
yeah,
could wrap something
we could
around.
wrap it on an arrow, light it,
Okay.
shoot it, see if we can.
But that's
see
making
where
it
it comes
making
from.
like a torch, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, we all have cloaks, right? Pretty much, more or less. I have a cloak. I mean,
Well, and the goblins that have rags on them in
Yeah.
terms of clothing. I mean,
so
you can find
if
cloth.
you wanna try it out. Then we wait. Do we have oil, or anything to light it, or
I have a flask with oil.
of oil?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right. Try it. See what happens.
All right.
But I don't think the problem being is that this is all cement stalactite. The arrow won't stick it anyway. That's the
Well,
only
I
issue.
think
I
if
see
you
that.
just get it down that area.
Let's just
it'll
kind of
illuminate
see
it,
how
yeah.
far,
Sure,
maybe
yeah.
try to gauge the distance of where they are.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
good. I'm
let's
good with
try.
that.
All right. So I'll cut some rags off a goblin, tie it around an arrow, and then just shoot it off in the direction that.
Okay,
shot
just roll an attack roll for me. You're not shooting at someone
Yeah.
per se. Just want to see how clean and accurate the shot
17,
is.
20, 21.
Oh, nice. And your arrow goes flying down the hallway. You can just see it streaking ahead as it illuminates down the hallway. Creative idea. It goes streaking down, and there up ahead, it comes to rest on the ground, and the ground is undulating. And it goes into a little bit of a crevice, and it illuminates down here. It doesn't illuminate the entire area like a torch would illuminate, but it briefly illuminates, and you see what looks like a wall of rocks piled up with some what looks like little holes in it where they've made some arrow holes, almost like a dungeon, like a fortress wall, but made out of stones, if you will. I don't know what that was.
That was me. That's sorry.
Oh, okay. I thought it might have been something over here. That's what you see, and then the light starts to
Flicker out.
flicker. It's not out yet, but you can see. And I'm assuming you're not keeping your head exposed. You're kind of
No.
like, you shot it, you glanced, and you're kind of like ducking back. You might stick your head out again, but you're not like staying there
Yeah.
staring at it.
You want to bring another goblin? I'll try the old goblin trick. If that will work.
Judging from that, it seems as if it's something that they've constructed. Since you said that you were able to walk past here, that's full of goblin-made slits for arrows. We may need to find another way, like another entrance.
I don't know if we're gonna find it.
Ulick,
Yes.
orc charge into wall, push wall on
Shield wall.
shield wall, push wall on goblins.
Does the rock wall go to the ceiling?
You look over, you ask him,
Okay.
and you think that it went up pretty high. It's kind of hard to tell. I mean, the ceiling is not, it's not a sheetrock ceiling that is perfectly level. It's kind of undulating. There are periodic stalactites and stalagmites. So it does look like there's a gap, but you know, it's
It definitely
pretty
looked
high up.
constructed.
At that point, would you be able to get two 2 characters
You don't
abreast?
think you're going to be able to get 2 abreast there. As you're kind of like weaving through this tunnel.
Okay. I'll go up with my shield. You guys follow. We'll try to push the rocks through. They can't be well constructed.
Yeah.
I'll hold the shield and you behind me, and I'll push against it, and you guys push against me, and we'll.
Are we stuck with one, or can we go double side by side?
I just asked. Yeah. You
No,
said
it's just
it's all good.
single file.
Yeah.
You think that it's going to be very hard to get consistently I mean, there might be periodic kind of spaces where, but it's not going to be able to, if you guys are going to beat feet kind of like charging straight ahead, you're probably not going to get more than a single file through there.
So we'll do.
Well, I'll follow quick shortly behind you, and if when we get close, if there's a spot, I'll take it.
Okay.
And see
Stay
what we
back
can
with light.
do.
So,
You don't have
So
to
I'll
tell
have,
me twice.
I have the torch too, so I'm gonna go with the torch.
So we're gonna do Ulick.
Now, did that arrow stay lit there, or did eventually fizzle out?
it's starting to fizzle. You can
maybe-
see
Well,
some
they can
flickers
see, so
of it. I
doesn't
mean,
matter. No, I was thinking we should leave the light source behind, but they can see.
They,
I
anyway.
have
can
one.
see anyway.
I
They
have
can
one.
see
and
us
he-
anyway,
There's
yeah.
gonna be 2.
They
So
see in
there's
the
2
dark.
people. We got it.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We'll go forward with one. And
Maybe you guys,
they stay with one light
being
source.
archers, should stay behind, and
Yeah.
and the 3 of us will go up. And
Yeah,
do
yeah,
it.
no, it's fine. I can't do it. I'm a halfling. What can I do? Besides sneak through the hole.
So we're gonna make our approach.
you guys, I assume you're moving double near. Once
Yes.
you like glance, see where you're going, you kind of judge the ground and how level it is. You picked your path. You're like, I'm going to go this way. That foot's going to land there. That foot's going to land there. And you're right behind him. You've got your hands on his shoulders, and you're going to like wedge him against. Is anybody behind you?
Yeah, I think I'm
Yeah, I'm-
actually behind
You're
everyone.
second, and he's
Yeah.
third, right?
So
Okay.
he's kind of got both our backs wherever.
So it's almost like when you slam into it, you're going to be pushing against him, and you're going to be pushing against him.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yep.
So you guys go charging forward.
YOLO!
YOLO! You
Half orc battering ram.
Ulick, you go charging forward. Ulick, as you start to close the gap, all of a sudden these arrows, just a whole slew of arrows come flying your way. Just a myriad of them. And you get hit. AC what? Oh, you're
16
16 at
Yeah.
this point. You get hit twice. 2 arrows slam into you for 4 points of damage, and you guys slam into the wall. All 3 of you roll your strength, add your bonus to it, and add your damage to that. Or rather, add your strength and add your strength bonus and combine them all together, please.
So your roll plus your strength bonus.
Yep. And then combine all 3 together, please.
17.
Sorry, that's really annoying.
All right.
I got a 10.
9.
Sorry, I got to roll crappy.
17, 10, and 9.
17, 10, and 27, 36. 36, you feel the wall, it just started to collapse. It's leaning forward about 20 degrees at this point. It is the goblins at this point, some of them, you feel like a couple of them backed off. You're still up in front. The 2 of you back there in the back, I mean, you're you've got the light around you, but you're in the darkness. Are you moving up with them, staying
Yeah,
back? What
no,
are you
we're
doing?
not-
You guys are moving forward with them. I'm sorry if I didn't hear that. You've got the light, and you're bringing the light up. Now as the light flickers, you can see this stone wall that they've erected in front of you. You've knocked it about 20 degrees backwards. It's kind of leaning backwards. And you get a sense that something took off running down the hallway in the opposite direction, and some arrows come
Wait,
flying at you.
as I move up, am I in dash or am I regular movement?
You pick. You're like so far behind the rest.
Is there a way for me to put my hand in between them and try to shoot through the hole?
No, you've got like 3 guys
Okay,
in
just-
between
I
you.
wasn't sure. I don't know
Yep,
if there's a
and
way to
absolutely fair question,
blind
but
it.
no,
Okay.
absolutely there's
Okay.
no way. And you get hit with another arrow, and so a whole slew more arrows come firing. Not quite as many as before. You get hit with another arrow for 2 points of damage. You guys are up. What are you doing? You can You can
Push!
do nothing or push again. Or
Push! And even I help.
you get up there and you slam.
So I'm instead of me pushing, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Ulick.
Okay.
Because now that everybody else is coming up pushing, I'll take the chance to heal him a little. Like,
Okay. Okay.
all right? Is that
do
reasonable?
you need to touch him, or how do you?
yeah. Well, I'm right behind them, so I put my hand.
Oh, I
on
thought
them
you
and-
Cyrexes was in between you two.
Oh, well, I
Oh, correct.
can't.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
I mean,
Is it-
worst case, could I just do a quick
Yeah,
right
sure,
angle
but
just
you're probably-
to give
I
him...
don't know.
Okay.
If you have to touch.
I don't
guess-
know. You tell me.
I'm still learning it. I'm assuming I have to touch.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
What's the range of the spell?
Range close.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
your
close
touch,
is
your
5
touch.
feet.
Your
Reach.
touch. Okay.
Yeah.
I can either push or I can heal.
Push! Push! Push!
I'll help push.
You
I'll help push.
okay? The four. You feel the halfling jam into your groin as his head comes. He comes flying forward into you. The four of you roll your strength. Add
Now,
your.
as we're pushing,
Roll a d20.
running up
Nice.
there, how, like, did I see, like, thousands of holes? I see, like, 10 holes?
I mean, it's like
just a ballpark.
It's not.
In other words, can I, as I'm running up there and I'm putting my shield in, just try to hit them and cover as many as I can?
You don't. I mean, it's like little tiny gaps. So it looks like they had taken rocks and just piled them up
Yeah,
and kind
that's
of
what I
like
figured.
little openings here and there where they could peer through. It's not a fortress wall. It's
Yeah,
not.
no.
There's no mortar in it or anything like that. So there's not like an arrow slit. And you know, this is the window. It's just like these little gaps that they left in different places. And it's literally just rocks piled on top of rocks, piled on top of rocks.
Okay. I got a 21.
I got a 6.
Me too.
I mean, you can try, but you can't push at the same
course.
time. You
19.
21, a 19.
That's
Third.
40.
That's 40. And 6 and 6.
40, 52. The wall just literally just collapses. And you feel like you hear some goblins on the other side just get suddenly crushed underneath the rocks. There's two of them. It's just these rocks just fall away as they literally just collapse on top of the goblins on the other side of it. And there's two underneath the rubble, kind of pinned underneath. They're sitting there flailing away. You guys are up. What are you doing?
I'm gonna take my axe and just bash it into the skull of one on the floor.
You're, as they're pinned on the ground, you're running.
22.
A 22. You
I'm
just
guessing that hits.
you just
Crack his
sure roll your damage.
Max damage 11.
Okay.
I'm guessing.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on.
Yeah, I got
You
3.
cast Cure
So
Wounds
I
on
come
you.
up behind him as he's bashing his head. And I'm like, you look. I just put my hand on his back.
I almost swing at my axe at YOLO for a second, not recognizing
3
it.
points of healing. Why is this thing gotta do this to me?
So you said there was at least a couple of them that got plowed over onto the wall.
Yes,
the wall
there's
on top of
two.
them.
One of them Ulick just killed.
Since I'm probably the
Another
next
one
in there.
took off running, and there's another one like pinned under the rocks. He's like, as best he can, he's like, he mutters, no, 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 no.
Yes.
And you roll away, just anything but a 1, and roll your damage.
Good. Wasn't a 1. Actually, this is with the sword, so. Actually, it would have been two-handed. So.
He
Oh,
was,
no, I
saying,
had
he
shield
was saying
damage.
the word no that we understood.
It sounded like it.
Don't kill him.
Oh, he's gone.
late.
He's gone. 10.
10. Oh, you just like literally. What'd you impale him with?
Bastard sword.
A bastard sword. You just like you went to push down it and went like straight through his skull and came out the other side of his head. Okay. You're watching the Carpathian Crash. Oh my bad. Fear the Dark on 7-sided die, and we will be right back. Guys, I think.
dungeon is the town?
The party is in a dungeon outside the town new. Ich habe es vergessen the name. Yeah, here we are. They're outside Port du Pas. And they're exploring, trying to find a wizard, I think. That's what they're trying to do. And we rejoin them in the midst of the dungeon, just having defeated some of the goblins by pushing a wall over on top of them. You guys are down inside, and you're continuing to move forward?
No, before that I said,
Okay.
I said, did anybody hear what I heard?
Sounded like
No.
no.
He sounded, right. You
No.
think maybe.
But
Oh.
it wasn't clear. No,
I think maybe possibly it was common. And maybe let's catch the next one. Maybe the wizard somehow or something they know common because of the wizard. Maybe capture the next one, not kill them all right off the bat. Even though I'm all
try.
for killing, we'll try to capture one, and before we kill him, maybe some kind of common. Maybe that his idea with the 1, 2, and the this and the that will work somehow. Let's try before we let's try. Nothing to lose. We can always kill him later. I'm all for killing.
Aye.
Well, there's no shortage of goblins in this place.
All right, we'll keep. We kind of
their
lost the big element of surprise. I'll
Please don't remind him of the teeth.
forego the teeth for now. So we need to catch that one really if we can start chasing after him.
You guys push forward. The corridor continues another 60-ish feet, and eventually you come to where you knew there was the set of stairs descending.
Oh yeah.
And you recall where the trap was, and that you had previously.
Wait, did we go across already? The part where we had to jump across? Did we make
You
it?
haven't gone there yet.
We haven't. Okay.
You're just on this side of those stairs right now, and the area, the platform in between appears to have been reset. So there's like a wooden not a wooden walkway, like a stone walkway going over to where the stairs descended down. Do you need me to put it out for you?
Yeah, no. So in other words, you don't have to jump this time.
No.
Was that there originally? I don't remember that.
No.
It was there, and then he threw his rope out with a
Grappling hook.
with
And he
a
broke
not
it
with a
down.
grappling hook, but with
Oh.
a stake on the end of
Oh,
it.
right.
And you latched onto something when looking for a trap, and you clicked it, and you made the trap activate,
Oh,
but
okay.
you were not on it
Okay.
at that time. So now you've come to this entranceway into a huge cavern. And there, right in front of you, are a set of stone stairs descending down, surrounded by darkness. There's a little bit of a rock path going out as the stairs start to descend. But you remember before that this rock path had fallen away when Woody Pecker triggered something. It is not fallen away right now.
Well, I'm gonna toss the
Spike.
the hook with the rope in the same area
Okay.
and see if I can activate it again.
You do. It falls. Now there's the 7-foot gap from this entranceway to a pedestal
So
set of
and
stairs.
on the other side, if I remember the way you described it, you can fall off of it,
It's a
right?
very narrow ledge,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. So do you want to jump, Yolo? You want to jump like last time?
Yeah, Yola runs forward with his spear.
Well,
and
you
does
wanna-
the
wait,
same-
wait,
his
yeah,
same-
you wanna-
he does his pole vault
Yeah,
thing
the
over
pole vault. I was
again.
gonna say he's your spear, my friend.
I have other spears.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
That's it. I remember those.
Well, yeah, I realize that I'm not being very clear. So
I'm gonna re-roll that. That sucked. That's my. That's a little better. What am I doing? No, I mean, what do I? If I'm jumping over, do I do strength? Like, do I do dex? What do I add?
Probably strength.
hold on one second. Just give me
Charisma.
one moment.
I wish it was wisdom. Can I
Well, you have to be
wise
wise to know
myself
where
over?
you have
I
to
am
land.
super wise.
Can you hand me that right there? So if you can imagine, let me just paint a better picture. So if you can imagine, if you will, that there is a coming from over here, there's the tunnel that you guys were in, and then there was like a little stone bridge like area right here, and so you came through that tunnel entranceway, and then Woody Pecker triggered the trap that allowed the stone piece to fall away. So there's just this 7-foot gap between here and where you guys are over here right now. So in terms of this space, it's a very small space. It looks like it's probably, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 feet by 7-ish feet or something like that. And then it just descends down. Around the area, though, is just darkness, just complete darkness surrounding you. You've got this gap there in front of you. How are you guys crossing it?
I was gonna do like I did last time. I ran and jumped and used my spear to help launch me up higher, like a pole vault over.
Okay,
Kinda
your
like I did
choice.
last time.
Strength or dex, your choice, whichever you prefer.
I was gonna do strength. So
Go for it.
Okay. I rolled a little early before. 30-20.
Whoosh, you jab it into the ground, holding on to it. Whoosh, you leap the gap and you find yourself up on top of here at that point.
Okay. I'm gonna take my rope now. I'm gonna take my bundle of rope, hold on to one end, and throw my rope back over to the other side to them, in case anybody wants to tie off. And then this way, in case they miss, I can help pull you to me.
Well, should we just roll for the catch or no?
No, one of you catches it. All you got to do is describe to me what you're doing.
Oh,
then
I'm gonna try
I
to
will
catch
tell
it.
you.
I'm gonna, as he's throwing it, and the Luna lands on the ground. I'm just gonna step on it,
Okay.
so it doesn't go sliding off. It's not. I'm not gonna try to catch a hook. It's not.
There's no hook on it. It's just rope.
Oh, okay.
just
No
rope.
problem. So I step on. I will step.
You
on
reach
it.
out and you step on it with your foot, and you then,
And then
reach
we-
down and grab it.
Yeah, and then we're gonna try to take one of the stalactites. or
You find a
stalagmites,
stalactite and you
and leave it. I think I said this time we should leave it, so we don't have to fuss with it last time. If we need to on the way out, just leave it here. We got plenty of ropes with us.
Yeah, I mean, if you can imagine, there are some of these spread everywhere out there, and so if you can imagine that this is up in the air, and there might be a I don't have any way of putting it up in the air. So there's a stalactite on that side, if you will, and that thing, if you can imagine it up at the same height as that other piece, that's kind of like what you are. And then you wrap the rope around each one, and it extends from one to, look at that. There's a good use for a, what is that, the travel kit.
Yes.
Okay, there you go. The travel kit. You can see from one across to the other, and then you guys start to shimmy your way across, kind of
Well,
using a tether to make sure
yeah,
you're safe in
Like
case
we
somebody
did last
falls.
time. We had two tether. We put one around us, because in case it gets too tiring and it starts to slip. We did that last time. We put one where we're holding and one around the person in case they slip off.
Okay, you guys kind of like take turns shuttling across, and eventually you all get across. You continue down the steps.
Yes.
You continue down the steps. You get down to the bottom, and you come to an area where there was an intersection where you could continue straight or you could turn left, and you continued straight before.
Do you want to try left this time, or we're going straight?
You have
tried-
not gone to the left. You went
We tried
straight.
straight last time. Let's try left.
Let's go left.
Which wasn't there a place where you guys got to where they retreated to and you you ran away?
No.
That was after the room with the two doors. We had to do fear
Yeah.
and.
Well, I wasn't there, so
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
when you fought the big bad guy,
Yeah.
was there another place beyond there that
Yes.
you didn't go
So
to?
we didn't go. Right. We
So
didn't continue.
If we go straight, we're gonna come to a room where there's two doors, fear and
Right.
one. But if we go left, and then after
don't know
that
what
room,
happens.
there's the complex we went to.
Okay.
And then if
Okay.
we go left, we haven't been there yet. So
Okay,
haven't
so
been
I'll,
there.
I'll leave it up to you guys, whichever way.
Let's try
whichever
left.
way
I
you wanna
mean, we
go.
went. Maybe we find the wizard to the left, or maybe not.
I'm okay with left. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Okay. So you guys you turn to the left.
I grab the spear again.
Mm-hmm.
I grab the spear again and I go
Yep, you
click,
guys-
click, 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 click.
So you guys came down.
Yolo think Woodpecker needs to get own spear.
You're right. YOLO, we didn't think about. Should have picked up a 10-foot pole in town.
I think I have toothpick for you to use instead.
Thank you. But we should have picked up a 10-foot pole in town. We didn't think about that.
You
Big
guys
mistake.
came down the steps. You came to this three-way intersection. That was the direction you continued on. You turned left. It seems the corridor meanders again, kind of undulates up and down. And who is out in front?
Me.
You're poking and prodding away, correct? You're poking and prodding away, and your stick goes through the floor.
I go, oh! I quiet, not so loud. I go, hold on. And I take the stick. Can I pull it back out?
Yes. And it looks like as you pull it back out, it went through what looks like floor, but it's not there. Like when you poke again, it's almost like
I see it, but it's
an
nothing there.
illusion almost.
Oh.
Like.
That's magic.
I say, hey, the spear went through the floor, but there is a floor there. I'm not sure what to do. So
I take a handful of the dirt again, like we did before. I'll scoop up some dirt
You find some
and
dirt.
I'll throw it out over the floor. See if I can see an outline of where the.
You do see the dirt kind of scatters to the edge and then it drops off. And where the illusionary floor is, it's not really distinct because it's not smooth, but you can see a little bit of a difference where, like, here's the edge, and then there it's kind of an illusion of a floor, illusion of the ground. Floor is probably not the right word, of the ground.
how many? What's the distance?
You look across, somebody comes up with a torch and looks across, and it looks like it's probably about 10 feet across.
Wow. Does anybody think they can make it?
It's the whole width of the corridor, I assume, correct?
What's going on the ceiling and what's going on the walls?
The walls are rough-hewn walls. The ceiling, there's stalactites coming down. There's probably some stalagmites right around you, kind of like some embedded into the walls.
Any of them look like maybe you can use them to swing from one to the other?
Like holding on
Yeah.
to the stalactite? I mean, you could try.
They're all, in other words, they're all like big fat cone shape, or some of them are narrower.
Some are narrow, some are fat, some are thin. I mean, they're typically, I mean, some are kind of more, if you will.
Who's got the torch? You have the torch?
I have a torch.
You have a torch? What if we just give Woody the torch and
was
I'll
thinking
lower him by the
attaching it.
ankles
Yeah, I was-
below the
I like it.
illusionary floor? You can see what's down there.
Let's not say we did, because I feel like
Trust
You could attach the torch to the spear, and
But you won't be able to see through probably.
Well, the spear came back in one piece, so nothing's gonna.
Why
no,
is it always Woody?
because you're only like 40 pounds.
I don't know. How much do you weigh?
I mean, how much would a Bilbo?
You decide.
I mean, probably that 40, 50 pounds.
Okay.
Well, I'm bigger than like I'm probably heavier than like
You go in
a
hole
golden
before Yolo
retriever.
push you in hole.
My guy's 7 feet tall. He probably curls you.
So all right, fine. I mean,
Well,
but
the spear didn't get damaged when you put it down there, so nothing's gonna slice you.
okay. All right, let's go. All right, fine. And this is a bad idea. All
So
right.
if you want, you could hold the spear in one hand and the torch in the other, and I'll take him by the ankles.
I will hold the torch in one hand and I take out my sword just in
Okay.
case.
And I'm
In case
gonna,
something jumps at me, at least I'll be able to something to defend.
so I'm gonna grab him by the ankles and dip him basically through the illusion.
You dip him through the illusion, holding on to his legs, and it's like going through an illusionary wall. There's light, darkness, then light, and you look around underneath, and you kind of look up, and it's weird because it's just like there's nothing there. It's just darkness on this side, which is kind of bizarre. It's like your feet are going up into nothingness. You know they're being held by something, but it's kind of disorienting at the same time. And you look down around and you're looking at the edge of like a rough-hewn wall. It doesn't look like somebody carved it as much as it was naturally like that, and it seems to go all the way down, probably about 20 feet, to an equally uneven floor, and then it seems to go across to that 10-foot gap and then back up again.
Is there any kind of like makeshift stairs or anything?
No, it doesn't. It
Down?
looks like it kind of just goes down, across, and then back up, as best you could tell.
Okay.
Everything's, just like throughout the entire
I
dungeon.
yell. Well, hopefully he'll hear me. I go, pull me out.
In this world, do halflings wear boots, or they have bare feet with hairy things?
No, I'm dressed.
You're Bilbo, but do you have shoes and
I
boots?
have shoes. Yeah, I look like Bilbo, but I have shoes.
Okay, fine. All right, so I pull him back up.
You pull him back up. Oops, his feet come out of his boots. No, no.
I wear moccasins.
You pull him back up. It eerily goes through the floor. You're back up again.
So, the good news is that there's no spikes. We're not gonna get killed. Bad news is about 20 feet down, and about 10 feet across, and 20 feet back up. So the problem is okay. So we could go down with the rope. How do we get back up?
I could give you a boost on the other side.
20 feet? I don't know, my friend. Seems like it seems kind of a lot of possible. I mean, if you want to throw, you and I go down, these guys can stand guard here in case of we get attacked, and then you want to try to throw me up, we can try to throw me up. If not, if I don't make it, you can catch me. It's up to you.
What do you guys think?
This pit make no sense to YOLO. Nothing beyond if you cannot cross back and forth. I say we go direction we know.
But maybe there's something of value there if it looks impossibly to cross.
How would it get there and back? There must be other way to get there.
Possibly. Syraxes?
Aside from leaping and saying a prayer, I don't know how we'd get across.
Well, I showed you how to get across, and then I can set up a rope. I mean, if they want to, I'll go with the jumpy thing.
20 feet is,
No, it's 10 feet.
10.
but it's, I thought you
20
said
feet.
it's
20 feet high.
Oh, yeah.
20 feet high.
What do you think, Fancy Pants?
I trust his judgment. He's been.
I
there.
mean, it's not my judge. Can you think you could throw me 20 feet up in the air?
I mean,
20 feet is.
No.
I'm 50 pounds. It's not like I'm like baseball.
I might take a turn or two. You might bounce off the wall once or twice before I get you up there.
10.
I mean, you got a grappling hook though. Make you try to.
We can try to I can try to throw it and grapple myself out. I mean, but that's,
Not for nothing. It's only a 10-foot gap,
That's
but you might be able to throw a rope grappling hook across above the thing, and then use it to when you're down there.
pull it back.
Good
or
try.
Even from here, just throw it over,
All right,
pull it
there's no
back
harm in
against.
trying.
You could try, yeah.
So what are we doing? You want to throw it, and then let's go down, and then you guys stand guard in case I don't want to be shot from the top.
Let the elf throw it. He's got keen eyes, right, and pointy ears.
Yeah, I'll throw it.
Farron loops his rope and tosses it across.
13.
A 13. It doesn't quite hook. You keep trying.
Yeah, I'll keep trying.
You keep trying, and eventually you catch your grappling hook on the other side. Whoosh. And the
Just in time.
lights. Suddenly, everything went dark.
I'll light mine. I'll take another torch out. I'll light one up real fast.
You go ahead, and it takes you a couple moments, and you fumble around.
The torch burned out, or did something trigger like a?
It just
gust of
burned
wind?
out.
Burned out.
No.
Fine.
I was wondering if it was like a trigger, like a gust of wind.
I don't think these guys are torches. They're pretty. Most torches, they're treated.
Who is at the back of the party? What is this? The marching order here? There's the gap.
I know.
We're gonna say that. Here's the gap. Make sense?
Okay.
So and who's that? So we got.
So I just threw the
Farron
rope.
is up front, I think.
Yeah,
I'm
Woodpecker and Farron.
I think it's between me and you,
I'm in the middle.
because he was
Don't
up there
wanna
in
be
the
in the
pit.
middle.
You were holding him over it.
Yeah.
He threw the rope.
Where
That
is
just leaves
Woodpecker?
us.
I have the little torch.
Woodpecker, he's up here with Farron?
I fall in every
Oh,
hole.
with Farron, right?
Yeah, because Farron was throwing the hook.
Okay.
And then me.
And then Ulick was behind him because he lowered him in.
And then me, and then Sax, if you don't mind.
Whatever you want.
Cyraxaries,
Had the lights,
while
I don't wanna
you're
be too far from them, but
Hold on, is the
Go
torch
ahead.
still out?
yeah, I lit the torch.
So
Yeah,
I'm not
I don't think
seeing
Tom
it.
got to it yet.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
I don't know. That's what I'm going
It's all good.
Huh? While
by. The torch keeps on going out. He lights it.
yeah, chalk off another torch, please. You
I got it,
guys are, while you're there, you're watching keenly ahead at the rest of the party, and all of a sudden, this something from the ceiling drips onto you, and tries to drip onto you. You feel something falling down, and
Who is it falling onto?
the Cyaxares who's in the
okay.
back.
Okay.
Right? This ooze just dribbles down onto you, and you take 3 points as it's something corrosive is starting
What
to
the-
eat into the back of you, and it seems to be dribbling from the ceiling right now. What are you wearing? What kind of clothing do you have on?
I mean, I have armor.
What kind of
underneath,
armor?
Get that chain. didn't you?
Wasn't
No,
it
I
chainmail?
still have leather.
Oh, you
Still have leather?
I never got the chain. I got the shield.
Oh, you have the chain.
Oh,
And a cloak over top of that.
Okay, you feel this like something just like burning against your skin. What are you doing?
Well, the first thing I do is, seeing what it is, I'm gonna try to take my cloak, in my hands and just try to wipe it off, knowing it's burning me with the cloak.
It's
and
like
then look
this,
up.
It's like this ooze of dribbling, almost like tentacles, but they're not tentacles per se. It's just this stuff like dribbling down from the ceiling. If you can imagine this kind of like dribbling down on top of you, if that makes sense. Just trying to like wrap itself around you. You are up. What you can do? You scream out to your party members, I'm assuming.
Yes. Looking at it, do I see anything that just doesn't look like slime? Like what exactly?
It
am I
looks
seeing?
like like snot, like huge gob of it just dribbling down onto you. But it almost looks like it's alive at the same time because it's kind of like flailing towards you. At the same time, it's like dribbling down, if you will.
I mean, like anything, the first thing I would do after composing myself is to step back away from it while swinging my
Okay.
weapon at it. This would be my first instinct.
Okay, swing away.
11.
11. Your sword swings into it. Do your damage.
Yep.
And roll a d6, please, also.
Damage would be 4.
4, you feel like it just sliced through them.
And the 6-sider was a 6.
A 6, and you just managed to like cleave it. And a bit of the goo just fell away, and you did how many points? 6 points of
4 damage.
4 points of damage to it. It is still kind of like flailing away there.
No,
but
I'm sorry, that's a 3. It's 5 damage.
5 damage. Understood.
Oh,
5
yeah.
points of damage to it. Understood. What is everybody else doing? You're the rest of you guys.
Seeing that he's swiping at it, I'm gonna take my torch to it. Put my torch to it. See if it
Okay.
does any extra additional damage. Or
You
something.
move your torch up to the goo and just kind of standing
Yeah.
back, and it doesn't seem to affect it in any
Okay.
way,
It
shape,
doesn't
or
like pull away from it or anything like that.
it doesn't seem to be in any way
Okay.
like distracted or
Oh, okay.
reacting
Okay, okay.
to the flames at all.
Because that's what I was trying to go. for,
Yeah,
see if
no, I
would
get
react.
it. I get it.
We must get cross pit now. We in trouble back here.
Okay. So you threw the.
Yeah, and it got.
Eventually, you've got it caught on the other side.
We're gonna have to go into the pit, though, right?
Well, you've got the grappling hook on one side of the pit. Here's the pit. You've got it caught on the other side on something.
We gotta
and
secure
you're
another
on
rope to
this
get
side,
down. You're not
right?
gonna jump 20 feet down.
Yeah.
Is there something on this side?
Yeah, 'cause we could
looking
tie it off
quickly.
on this
Is there
side.
something on this side with another grappling hook?
I mean, I
that
have.
we can
I mean,
secure.
there
wrap the
there
same
are
rope around.
stalactites everywhere, if you can imagine. You know, they're literally every single place.
So as opposed to going one at a time, down,
Yeah.
up, down, up. I just take my grappling hook and go, I got another hook. Let's attach it on this side. So we can get a...
You're dealing
whatever.
with this, and you're
Yeah,
trying
exactly.
to shut, you know.
If anything
shuttle this
else,
thing
because
up
I
to 'em.
acted, I would throw the grappling hook.
What are you doing, Ulick?
Yeah, I'm gonna start ushering the guys into the. I'm gonna like get Woody to go down into the pit.
Okay,
But
Woody.
You guys should go down and up onto the other side so you can fire from the other side of the chasm.
How are we gonna get up? Oh,
He's got a-
he's up-
yeah.
Okay.
So,
And the three of us can make a stand here against.
how
this
are
thing.
you
We're gonna
going
have to-
down into the pit?
Someone is tying a rope around it.
Okay,
on
so
this
you're
side.
taking another rope here, you're dropping it down
Yes,
into the pit.
yes.
So you've got another rope on this side, you're gonna let it loose so it
Yeah,
falls
so
down
the one
in?
over here is
So-
going down, and then the one on our side is tied up on a stalagmite and is going down also.
How long are
Okay.
these ropes?
60 feet.
So I'm wondering if, because we got it hooked, if we can bring it across. Wrap
Well,
it
you guys
around
are
one
doing
loop
all
around
this. The
thing
thing
and have enough slack to
flails
use the same
away
rope.
at you again.
Well, let's get across for
This
now.
Okay.
goo flails away
worry
at
about the
you
rope right
back there. Cyaxares, you can see it just like almost like a tentacle, but not a tentacle, kind of weaves out and tries to grab you and misses you at that point. Okay, while the rest of you are debating what to do, what are you doing, Faerun?
I'm tying the rope.
You've
the
got
one
it
that I
tied
have,
off?
I'm tying it off next to me.
You tied it
So
off
that way we
next to you,
can
so one of your ropes is
try and
now
shimmy
dropping down.
across.
It's a 60-foot rope going down, and then that's your action. You got your movement. Are you starting down, or what are you doing?
I'm starting down.
You're starting down. You can literally just slide down the hole as you go through this fake floor at the moment. What are you doing?
I'm gonna take a swipe at the tentacle.
Okay, the swipe with what are you swiping?
I'll take my sword out.
You
I'll
take
my
your
out.
sword and you swing away. Roll to hit. Also roll a d6 at the same time, please.
18, that's what I do. 22 to hit,
A 22 hits. You cleave off another tentacle.
and then I rolled a 6.
Okay, and a
For the other
6.
6 you wanted.
Hmm?
And yeah, because you said to roll a 6.
Yes, I
right?
did.
Okay.
Yep.
And then damage is 4 points of damage.
4 points, and this blob seems to like fall from the ceiling and just collapse right near you guys after that damage. There looks like there's more up above you,
Okay.
Cyaxares, but it looks like a big chunk of it just fell onto the ground. What are you doing?
How much distance is between me and where the fake floor starts?
Oh, it looks like maybe 15-ish feet.
And just glancing real quick, is it covering that whole 15-foot area?
No, it looks like it was just like right up above you
I'm
here.
gonna advance closer to the, not on the edge, but maybe within like 3 feet or so.
Okay.
YOLO good. Climb down. Go. YOLO safe.
Okay, I'll do it.
You go up, you slide down, you see him sliding down the rope, rappelling down the rope down into the gap. You're down inside, the two of you are down inside that 10-foot wide gap. What are you doing?
Are the still tentacles up there squealing around?
They're over there, but it looks like, imagine some kind of amorphous form, almost like a hydra-like thing, if you will. Like part of it, well, maybe that's not a good example, but part of it was like a worm would probably be a better being. It's severed, but part of it is still alive and up there on the ceiling.
Okay.
And it's not like fast moving, it's just kind of like oozing, and these tentacles are starting to form again, very, very slowly. Not as large as before, but very, very slowly.
I'm gonna hold for now, and I'm gonna urge Woody to go down the rope.
Okay.
Going down the rope is an action? Or is that a movement?
Just tell me what you're doing.
I want to take a shot and go down the rope. Can I
Sure.
do that?
Go for
Okay,
it.
so I'm gonna take a
in
shot at
future,
it
just
before I
tell me
go
what
down.
you're doing, and I'll
Yeah,
decide.
okay, I'm gonna take a shot at it with my crossbow before I go down.
Okay, you shoot away, fire away.
30, 20.
Dirty 20, roll your damage. An arrow pierces into it. 6 points into this blob up above. You're down at the bottom. You've got a 10-foot wide gap. What are you doing? And there's one person came down so far.
I'm going up the other side.
Who's got a rope? Somebody got a light down below with you guys?
He's got the light.
Oh, but
So is there another light up above?
I have the light up above. I have a light with me. We had 2 torches.
Okay,
lit.
you have 2 torches lit
Yeah.
at this time. So one up, one down. You start to cross. As you're going across, you step into what feels like some goo, and another one of these blob-like things comes up at you down below, and it just kind of like tries to wrap itself around your legs and so forth as you are moving along. It doesn't manage to do so, and you close the gap to the other side. You're over on the other side as you're like dodging around these things down here with your torch, moving your way. You're on the other side of this gap right now.
All right. I'm gonna try and hit it with my dagger, I guess.
Okay, you reach over this blob-like thing near your feet. You're just trying to slash away at it with your dagger. Roll your roll to hit and roll a d6 as well, please.
10, 11.
11. You managed to slice into it. You can see that it made a big gash in the mass of this thing. Roll your damage and roll a d6 as well, please. I think it's a d4 for a dagger.
It's D4.
Can I borrow D4?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
Don't curse it. Just kidding. I don't really care.
It's already cursed.
I'm the least superstitious person.
4,
4
4
points.
damage.
You did a big gash
And,
into it.
3 on the 6-sided.
3 on the 6-sided, and you lift up your sword and you notice that the blade has dissolved.
Oh, well, crap.
Okay,
Bad craftsman.
that is fair. And
Yeah.
up with, obviously you don't know what's going on. You're up there, up top. What do you, you descended, correct?
No,
you
I
haven't
stayed up on
descended.
top. I was
You're
telling
still
you
up
to go.
top. What are you doing there, YOLO?
I am going to. Is there another one within striking distance of me? Like you said, another one was forming.
Yeah, right up above where Cyraxes
Okay.
was. It's still there. It's just not as large as it was because he hacked away at some.
Am I- so you went
of you
down.
Hacked away at some.
You're on the edge
Me and
with
you
me.
up there, yeah.
Okay.
He's down.
You're down. Okay, you're on the other side. All right.
Go,
I'm gonna
go.
climb down. So
Okay.
I'm gonna climb down.
You climb down,
Mm-hmm.
and you have still extra movement. You can try and cross the gap if you want.
Yes. I will
You try to cross the gap, and you notice you see your cohort down on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the light. Who has the light up top right now?
Nobody.
Well, he's on the other side with the light, right? Or did he climb up?
Nope.
No, I didn't get
I
to,
thought he was on.
because
And he said on the
he's
other
down
side.
inside here with the
You
light.
can't go down.
Okay. Can I
Unless
do?
you hand it off to somebody else.
Can I do my double movement and so I'm gonna try to climb down, run up to the other side, and start to climb up the rope as much
Sure,
as I
you
can.
can. And meanwhile, several things try to attack you as you do.
Yeah.
As you're like just scrambling and kind
Yep,
of moving
scrambling.
as
I
quick.
got the torch.
The rest of you are briefly
teeth.
in the darkness over here, and YOLO, you get like this tentacle-like thing grabs a hold of you and does 3 points of damage to you. What are you wearing?
Chainmail.
Chainmail. Roll a d6 for me, please.
2.
2, a big chunk as this thing flailed away at you, a big chunk of your chainmail just kind of like oozed and fell away at that point. See, I mean, you still got like some of it on, but like a big gap of it is missing as this like ooze like tentacle is eating into the metal on you. You start to make your way up. I mean, you're like kind of dodging and dipping between these things. Roll a dex. I mean, everything's happening so fast. Roll a dex or strength check with your choice with disadvantage.
Oh boy. No, at least they were both crappy. 5, 6, 7, 8.
8. You manage to get to the other side. You start to go up, but you just kind of slip. You're just at the other side over here with Favorn. The two of you are at the other side with your torches. Cyraxis, you're up in the dark, up at the top. What are you doing?
No, I was the second one to
Oh,
go
you
down.
were the
he
second
was
one
second
down.
one to go down.
Okay,
I'm the
you
only
were
one
on the
that's
other
left
side. So you're down there right now on this side. You start to
Correct.
cross over the
Now
two
I
lights.
saw what this glob, whatever, reach out to them.
Yeah.
Just in an attempt to avoid it, can I try to just
Sure,
leap
they're
above it to
sure,
get to the other
absolutely.
side?
They're gonna have disadvantage to strike away at you. These like tentacle-like things kind of like flail away, trying to strike away at you. Miss, and miss. You managed to dodge back and forth across, and you were on the other side, so you can try to climb up if you want.
That would be my first
You
instinct. Go right up.
Go ahead and give me a dex check, straight up.
Dirty 20.
A dirty 20. You guys see him make his way. He wasn't trying to cross as much ground as you, and he scurries his way up. You are up on top, albeit in the darkness, but you are up on top on this other side. Ulick, you are up in the darkness on this side.
I was.
What are you doing?
I was getting on that rope like right on top of Yolo.
Okay, you're like right behind him. You slide down.
Like doing my fireman
You are
pole
down
slide.
at the bottom.
Okay.
You still have some movement left, or you can do something
so I
else.
still see. So everybody's down here now. I see
Well,
everybody.
not
Except-
Cyraxes.
yeah.
The only
Cyraxes
two
is-
down here right now or the three down here are Faerun, the YOLO, and I think
Yes.
Woody Pecker are
we have-
down
and we
here.
have
And
light
now
down
you're
here.
down here. So the four of you are down in this area. The lights are on the other side, and
Pit fighter.
What are we doing?
Pit fighter.
What?
You're in a pit.
Oh,
What does pit fighter do?
back at home. Okay.
No, be careful. I don't know. Something over there is attacking. Be careful. Yeah, I think
There's
Sai
only
made
one
it-
rope.
Sai made it out. Sai made it by jumping over this thing. I don't know what he did, but I don't know what the hell's over there.
you look down and you see like this. It's kind of hard to tell because it's clear, but like this clear, like just liquid, and you can see some tendrils where you couldn't see them very clearly before, but now you're attuned to it because you saw what you saw up top, and you're looking down, and it looks almost just like water until you see like little tendrils reaching out for your compatriots, trying to grab them.
Any of you grappled or grabbed by these tentacles yet?
Yes.
I attacked with my dagger and it dissolved it.
Oh, I want to do that. All right. Yeah, I'm just.
You gonna respond to him?
I'm
Yes.
gonna respond to who?
Did you ask a question?
No. I'm just trying to see if I see any of you like
Oh,
grappled
oh.
or in danger. Is what I'm trying to say.
yeah.
No. Okay. No. Yeah. I just want to. Anybody climbing the rope up right now?
Yeah, I am.
You're on the rope on the way up.
Yep.
So you're down there.
I'm up. I
You're
already
up.
scurried up.
Okay. So you're down there and you're down there.
No, I'm next. I'm next to you.
You're next.
I shot down and used only my movement to go down.
Okay.
That's all I did.
Okay, I'm going to make my way across the cavern. I'm not going to engage at this point. I'm just going to try to make sure everybody gets up the rope.
Okay, so are you kind of like ducking and dodging, trying to get around these things, or are you
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
beating feet?
If
Now,
I'm
are
seeing
you,
them on the floor, like I'm trying to like.
are
leap
you
over.
trying to get up the rope in the same turn, or no?
No, I think somebody's on the rope right now, right? Somebody's climbing up the rope.
No, I think he's up. I think he's...
No, I was climbing up.
Oh, that's
You're on
right.
the
Yeah,
rope
yeah.
right
He's
now,
trying. Okay, so you're gonna duck and dodge, and they're gonna be a disadvantage. These things are swinging away. These tendrils reach up to try and grab you, missing, and missing again. Fortunately, you guys see them as you're sitting there, kind of leaping from one to the other. Now you're over at the other side. You're at this side, correct?
Yeah.
You just slid down. You see all of this chaos
Yeah, so I'm
going
gonna
on.
go and take a big fat leap and try to leap and hopefully try to, even if I don't make it, land somewhere where it's safe.
You're kind of trying to get over to the other side ultimately, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and there's these tendrils come up swinging away at you, and none of them seem to hit you at all as you make your way. So the rest of you, except for Cyraxes, are in this cluster over at this one rope dangling down. You're up. What are you doing, Farron?
I'm gonna try and and climb up.
Climb. Give me a straight up dex check, please.
14.
14. You managed to get up. You were up top. Cyrexes, you see him come up. You have a torch with you, correct?
Yeah.
So somehow you held it in your teeth or you did something. You managed to bring it up. This light suddenly comes up out of the ground. It just suddenly pops out of the ground because it didn't like illuminate it as it come up. It's like darkness, 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 poof. And there's light coming out of the ground.
I step back startled.
Yolo, that took your whole turn to get to the effort to get up. You're on that side. Yolo, what are you doing?
I'm going to keep climbing up, and I'm going to look down at you. Look, and I have the torch in my teeth as I'm climbing the rope.
Yeah.
I'm just going to
Spit it
just
out.
drop it down to him and then climb up
I
and out.
catch with my teeth.
You guys,
Oh, cute.
It's a half orc thing.
you do it.
You know.
You guys
We like chewing on
embrace. You would do a half orc kiss.
Yeah.
Exchanging the
Tusk to tusk.
tusk to tusk. Lips never touch.
Yolo read that book. Tusk to tusk.
You get, and you pass the torch from one to the other.
Yeah.
You go ahead and,
Finish climbing up.
you roll your dex, please, if you haven't already.
Should I use Dex or can I use?
Sure. Yeah, sure. Whichever.
Dirty 20.
A dirty 20. You are up top with Farron and Cyraxeres up top. Ulick, you are up. You're down at the bottom with the torch. You hand it off to.
I'm gonna see
Woody?
if I can. I want to grab Woody, grab onto my neck.
Ah!
So I've got like Yoda on my back.
Okay.
And torch in mouth, Woody on back. I'm trying to climb
Okay.
up.
Strength or dex with
Strength.
disadvantage.
Strength with
You got this big weight on your back. He's not that much, but
It's a 20 and a 1.
a one. Okay. So roll. Give me a.
Use what you call it. Use it.
Yeah.
Use it.
Yeah, I'll use it.
Before you land on top of me and squish me. That's
Okay. Roll a disadvantage. Yep.
Do I do the whole roll over again or just the lowest one?
Yep. The whole roll over again.
Before you pancake me.
Ah.
He switches out his die.
Yeah, I thought that was funny
You
too.
go to climb up and you just
So I got a 13.
don't go anywhere.
A 13. You guys, you're about halfway up at this point. What are the rest of you guys doing up top?
Pull us up.
I'm gonna start pulling on the rope.
You
To
pull on the rope. Give me a strength check, please. I mean, you got a lot of weight on the end of this rope.
Oh, whoa! How did that happen? Oh my gosh, sorry. It's unruly. 12, 13, 14, 15.
Of 15, he manages to pull you up. The two of your heads come up above. You guys reach up and you grab on and you pull yourselves the rest of the way up. All 5 of you are on the other side at this point.
First thing I'm gonna do is look up and make sure there's no more of this stuff on our side.
You look up.
Now that there's light.
You don't see any.
Yet.
You press onward.
There's no going back.
Yeah,
Oh,
go.
Yes.
I'm going to try and take the rope up
You easily pull the rope up.
because whatever it is corrosive, and if it eats the rope, then we can't get back out this way.
Brian,
I don't think
your
we go
armor,
that way.
part of your armor was eaten away. Just subtract 1 from the AC. You think you can repair it? You think you can probably repair it if you can find some more, a small piece of chain, maybe from a goblin, and you can take it to a blacksmith or something like that if you can find it. But right now, you lost, it just chewed away a section of it. You guys are back up top. You have the rope. What are you doing?
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay, you cast Cure Wounds on yourself.
Who wants to sacrifice the rope that was on the other side? Anybody?
I'll
Yeah.
try it first. I'm
You
good.
sure?
Yeah. I'll have an empty slot. No matter. It doesn't.
You guys are there on that side, on the far side of this.
Well, we need to sacrifice 2 ropes because we left one by the staircase.
Yeah, that's right. Good catch.
Guess I'll do that.
Good catch. Good catch. Good catch.
But we still have 3
Good
ropes.
catch. Sorry.
We still have 3 ropes. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Hopefully we don't run out. The way things are going.
You guys press on.
Yeah.
Well, not rested,
Yeah,
right?
well.
You come up to eventually another T. It goes about another 60-ish feet, meandering along, and you come to a T intersection. You can go right or left. You look off in either direction. It seems to go off into the distance.
Which left?
No.
If I take the
You guys chose left last time.
No.
Maybe we should go right this time.
if I take the torch
One,
and I
two,
hold the
three,
torch
four.
at the intersection.
1,
does it
2 left,
seem as
3,
though
4 right.
Wait, hang on. If I take the torch and put it in the middle of the intersection, does the air shift it in any direction?
Does the air shift in any direction?
Like if I just hold it out there, does it go like as though there's air coming from?
Good question. Good question. So, flame would go.
Away from the direction of if there was a breeze, or if the air was getting sucked out the other way.
So it would go in the direction that the air was getting sucked.
Yeah.
So you hold it out and you watch the flame very carefully, and it's fairly steady, but ever so slightly, you get the impression that you know the way you came in was an entrance, and you probably sense that there might be another exit, or perhaps multiple exits. So it kind of flickers back and forth, right and left, but it also leans slightly more to the left, like something might be, there might be airflow moving out that way slightly
Okay.
From right to
more.
left.
Not a lot more, just slightly more.
We go left.
YOLO guts say left.
Okay. Then we don't flip. Left it is.
Sure.
All right.
You guys turn left. Everybody having a good time?
Yes.
Yes.
Huzzah! Huzzah! Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. All right. Always good stuff. Always good. Always good stuff here, guys. I appreciate it. Going around the table. We'll start with James. Like I always ask, what was your highlight, sir?
There wasn't that much today of specifics. No, meaning like there was no like one big huge event that stood out. But I like the creativity. That's what I enjoyed. Everybody's creativity that they were having in different situations. I enjoyed that. Enjoyed my necklace.
You enjoyed what?
My necklace.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
And that's, but I enjoyed right, there's no big massive event that happened. I mean, we went in, there was some minor battles, whatever it is, but I enjoy the creativity that everybody's been having, how to get around things and also by seeing other people's thinking, it gives me ideas for different things also.
I think there was a big event.
There was?
I mean, I kind of joined.
Well, I mean, yes.
Well, that's not what I meant, but sure. There was, yes. You added another
What
part.
would you consider a big event?
When we left, you guys were in a town, and you were either going north, going back to the dungeon, or pursuing something else, or maybe trying to figure out what's going on with gems via some other direction. And I was like, where are they going? So if you look over here don't look behind the screen, there's like 4 different directions. I'm like,
okay, see,
so I had planned on that direction, another direction, and I even had a 4th one. I'm like, just on the off chance that they throw me a loop, there's a 4th direction. So in terms of something big, for me it was big because you
Right.
committed to doing something, and guys, I appreciate that. I mean, I will allow you to go. I believe in the concept of the sandbox with guardrails. You can go anywhere in the sandbox within the guardrails. I do appreciate knowing where you're going because I can prepare a better session for you. I mean, if you don't want to tell me, that's cool. But I do appreciate it. I think that was kind of big. You guys committed to doing something, and you're doing it. So I think that's pretty cool. But I've got like multiple things here, and I'm like, oh, they could have gone this way. They could have gone this way. You could have had a chance to hear me sing tonight, but
We'll get to it.
but maybe another time.
Yeah.
Another time. And
He
you're-
wants to do it. That's why he mentioned it. We'll
Oh,
get him to do it.
well, it's not.
I'm just
I mean,
kidding.
You can bring up the wig again.
you know, no, I
Barbarossa
probably,
wig?
Bring back the blue wig.
I'm probably done with the wigs for a little while. But I did start writing like chords here. So and I was writing chords to try and match with my own music. So, if you,
That's funny.
Huh?
That's funny.
yeah, I
feel
used to
bad
play
now.
guitar, but I suck at it.
bad.
So, but with the age of computers, you can have the
Yeah,
computer
true.
do. You can do better chords than I could ever possibly do. So that was, I think that was pretty cool. I kind of picked on you a couple times. To throw it out to everybody. Hey, just describe to me what you guys are doing. Don't worry about how things mechanically work in the game. The wonderful thing about Shadowdark, as opposed to 5e, as opposed to Pathfinder, as opposed to Call of Cthulhu, if any of you have ever played that, oh my God. The rules are a lot looser, and the DM has a lot of latitude. I'm not going to screw you. I don't believe in it. If you think I'm against you, I'm not. I'm just trying to. I will try to create challenges for you. So I did kind of pick any, but what I'm saying is just, hey, just describe to me what you're doing, and I'll tell you what if you
By the
need
way,
to
I didn't
roll
think you
or
picked
if you
any
need
at
to. Huh?
I didn't think you picked on me at all.
Okay, cool. For tonight here, thank you for the adventure log and hook. You got a level difference bonus because you're level 1 and they're level 2. So 7 for the night. I think that's a ding for you. That should put you at level 2
Plus
plus 6, I think.
Plus 6, you're right.
Level 2 plus 6. Joe, did you have a good time?
Excellent time.
What
Thank
was your highlight?
a lot of the whole night was great. I mean, I loved the test of strength with Greg's character. That was really cool. I thought nice work.
I thought that was very creative, guys.
I don't know. I don't know if that was off the top of your head as far as.
Of course, it was off the
Greg.
top of my head.
Of that.
Give me
What are you talking about? It's part of that whole setting back there. I think.
I loved the shield wall charge. That was pretty cool. That was real cool also.
That was.
Love the acid taking away the armor.
YOLO not like.
Love that, and I've read about that many times.
YOLO
Where
hate.
if you want to scare players, don't take away hit points, take away AC because that's gonna stick with you until you can replace it. Hit points you can replace. So love the thinking over there. That's like really scary stuff. So yeah, just cool all around. Well done.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I love that you really get into your character and you're creating this personality for your character. And to me, everybody, I mean, even at your table, you know that I'm all about, I love that acting pillar of it. So I love that you're leaning into it. Very, very cool stuff. Thank you for the adventure log and hook. 5 experience for the tonight. That should put you at level 2 plus 6.
Yes, sir.
Kevin, did you have a good time?
Great time.
What was your highlight?
The whole, I mean, there was a lot of it was great, like everybody's been mentioning, but I personally did enjoy the whole encounter with this ooze drip attack while simultaneously trying to cross a 10-foot chasm. Internal struggle of do I go with their plan or do I just take the suicide leap? I went down, but it was a good time. I enjoyed
Cool.
it.
Very, very good. And I've only gamed with you 3. Is this 3 times now?
This is our third official
Third
game,
time?
yeah.
And it's like you're really like kind of opening up and gelling with the group, and I see this character personality coming out and your personality coming out, and I think that's awesome. So thank you for warming up to everybody and everybody warming up to you. I hope.
Thanks for having me.
I hope to on some level. Thank you for the adventure log and hook. 5 XP. That should put you at level 2 plus 6. Brian, did you have a good time?
I had a great time.
What was your highlight?
I liked how we introduced, our new party member. I liked the test of strength.
Well, you thought of that, dude. That was very, very cool.
It was fun because sometimes people just kind of show up and they're like, oh, they're just part of the group.
You're in the group. That's it.
But we knew it was gonna sort of one way or another how it was gonna end up, but it gave a way of just kind of bonding us together. Like it bonded 2 characters one character at least who is supposed to be so crazy about
elves.
So it kind of forced them to have to kind of
Mutual.
grudging
Respect or something.
So I thought that was fun, and I think it also helped some of the characters' personalities to come out a little bit more. So I think that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
I love the personality you've given YOLO. I really do. It is
Good, I'm
wickedly.
glad. That stuff's important to me. Like I try. to stick to it.
I
you know?
love it. I mean, you and Mark. I think Mark. God bless him. I love Mark. I mean,
Yeah.
you, and I mean a lot of folks, but you always like wickedly lean into it. So, thank you so very, very much. Thank you for the adventure log and hook. You got a level difference bonus too, of +2. So a 7 for the night. That should put you at level 2 +3, I think. Correct? Unless I'm
yeah.
mistaken.
How much do I get? I'm
You
sorry.
got
got 7.
7
Okay.
for the night. That should put you at level 2 +3, I
Plus
believe.
4. I have 6 right now.
You're at level 1 +6. So
Oh,
you
yeah,
got
yeah.
7. Should put you at level 2 +3, I
Okay,
think.
cool. Yeah, yeah.
Very, very
Well,
cool.
nice,
Greg, welcome.
One thing I want to mention to the rest of the party that we have our own conversations sometimes,
Yes.
but we have to, in our adventure logs, fill Tom into what those conversations are
point, good
sometimes,
point, yeah.
because we knew kind of where we were going to go, but it never made its way.
Yeah, we did
to you to
discuss. I took
prepare.
it for granted that somebody might have dropped that hint to
Yeah.
you down.
So we as a group, we have to remember that he also needs to know. It's not a secret. It's not a secret.
Well, you don't
chat.
have to tell me.
No, but I mean,
But-
it's
Well, it's common courtesy, sort of. It's,
right
Yeah.
without all the nonsense that he doesn't need to know about. Like as we formulate what we want to do, we should add that to our adventure log so that we help Tom have.
Well, we
some
could just decide
idea
that in the
of direction.
future also. Like if we ended last
Yeah.
session, we could say at the table here, I think we should do this next time. And this way,
Yeah.
Well,
No, you got 2 weeks. to make up your mind.
yeah, I'm
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
with
Either or.
James on that. You
But
can
just
change your
we could've let him
mind.
know.
We just gotta let him know. I mean, either in our adventure logs or just drop it in the
Yeah.
group chat. Just kind of like.
Cyraxes alluded to wanting to go in your adventure log, alluded to it, but it wasn't like, this is what I'm doing. It was kind of like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And then because I went through like multiple times trying to figure out definitively, and the adventure logs were awesome. You guys gave me what your characters thought about things, which is great because it kind of helps me tailor the direction of some things, but it wasn't very clear to me where you're going, which is fine. So I wanted to, that's why I was like, what if they just, because when Ryan was like, we're continuing north. I was like,
okay.
to where?
Yeah.
But which is good because I have things in to the north, but I was like, where's it going? I don't know, but all good. So you're cool. Greg, welcome.
Thank you.
Did you have a good time?
Yes.
What was your highlight?
My highlight was was joining the party with the test of strength and everything, because I was wondering how to join up with the group. Since
Well, I'm not a
you guys are
noob at this.
established.
I would either say you just show
Well,
up,
yeah.
or I would come up with some. I was trying to think of an opportunity, and Brian did it for me. I was trying to think of an opportunity. I had in my mind that you were going to be cliche, but in a tavern. But they were in another house, and I was like, how are they gonna? How is this gonna? And so there was somebody who asked, "Hey, where can we hire somebody? One of you guys?" And I said, "Well, go to the tavern."
Yeah.
Prod. So.
Although, if you did hire get that one woman, I would have been like, oh, I'll just play her.
That was a guy.
I think he's talking about Claire.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought you meant the guy in the bar.
Did he have a name, that guy?
Huh?
Scrawny guy? Did he have a name?
Did he have a name? I'm sure he did. I'd have to look through
Weasel.
that too. Weasel ripped my flesh.
Good game, though, good game.
Okay, well, very, very cool. Listen, I get it. It's hard to be the new guy at a table. So it's, you're always like, what are my right and left limits? So I appreciate you delving in there, if you will. 2 points for a level difference bonus, and 4 for the night. So that gives you a total of 6 for the night. You should be level 1 plus 6, if you will, if that makes sense to you. Guys, I had a good time. Lots of, I like the dungeon delving thing. I think it's wickedly cool. I like the darkness thing. I like the random encounters, and I like you guys rolling with it. I like the creative solutions you come up with to solve problems that are not character sheet solutions. I think that is just awesome. And hopefully I'm presenting like challenges that are not button mashing challenges. They are not oh, this is on my sheet, I push this button and that solves that issue. And that's what I'm trying to do. Guys, I had a good time. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. With that, we got to wrap it up here a little bit late. Thank you for watching Seven-Sided Dice, Fear the Dark, a Shadowdark Dungeons and Dragons campaign. We'd like to thank Sirenscape for the use of their audio sound effects. That's www.syrinscape.com. Thank you, artist Silky Noir, for the terrific character art. By the way, I don't know if you noticed, Farron, Silky Noir is awesome. Silky Noir churned out in 1 week a picture of Farron there. Wow. So awesome. Patronize Silky Noir on DeviantArt. Please comment in the Twitch chat room, on Facebook, on Instagram, on X, and on YouTube. Your doing so greatly helps the algorithm that helps us get found. And while we do this strictly for fun, please let us know how we might improve our stream. Lastly, please follow us on Twitch, X, and on Kick. Please like on Facebook and YouTube, and please subscribe on YouTube. In the Fear of the Dark campaign, the journey is the destination, and we will continue the journey in 2 weeks. So for now, thank you for watching. Roll a 7-sided die, and have a good night.
Play some Dungeons and Dragons!
Oh.